welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing my top 30 strongest One Piece characters, and today I'm not going to be by myself. I'm going to be with a friend of mine's. If you want to introduce yourself, you could do it now.
So,
Okay. So okay, I wasn't expecting that, but anyway, so I guess before we start, I would like to know, since we're friends, we've been friends since high school, but
yeah,
you
yeah.
started reading One Piece like recently, like after we graduated high school and all that. So I want to know.
Recently, quote unquote.
Well, yeah, that's technically recently, but so I want to know because I never asked you this before. So I want to know: are you a
Uh,
casual or a hardcore One Piece fans? So a casual will be like someone that reads the chapters, but they're like not that into the theories or like power scaling, all that. A hardcore One Piece fans will be someone who like into the theories, like they're really into the power scaling. Like you're part of the community basically, like on Twitter or other social media.
Personally, I feel like I'm more casual. All
Okay,
things
okay.
considered, like I think I've seen curiosity. Like I've seen like a theory here and there. I sometimes goes to the One Piece subreddit. I actually am in the Discord server for that subreddit, and I've seen some tweets from some guys that do One Piece, but like all things considered, I'm relatively casual.
Okay, okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Because we barely text about One Piece, and the only time we talk about is when we meet up and you're up to date and all that. Also, before I continue, where I live, there's a bunch of chickens and roosters, so you may hear them in the background. Like people who've seen a couple of my videos, well, that's like typical here already where I live. I don't know about you where you live. You live in Yauco, but like, is there like a bunch of noise where you live usually?
I mean, not from chickens, that's for sure. I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
I'm used to chickens, hearing chickens, because, like, there are university professors that have that problem as well. So,
Okay, yeah, I live in Guanica, so that's Ensenada, so like there's chickens everywhere, so that's why. But going back to the casual thing, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought because we barely talk about it. I consider myself like a hardcore. I don't like tweet about it but I like I follow a bunch of people who tweets about it. I see a bunch of theories, a bunch of YouTubers that talk about it. So I'm pretty much always up to date on that. So I'm guessing our lists are probably gonna be a little bit different because if you're a casual, like you mentioned to me earlier, like yesterday that you're hard remembering some details, you know. Uh,
I had to look through the wiki, like, to remember names of warlords.
okay. So I was thinking to send you the wiki, but I'm like, nah, nah. I'm confident that Leo he will do a decent list. Like at least, do you remember Taekwon? Like I sent you a link of like that his list like a couple years ago. His list started with Green Bull. Like his number 30 was Green Bull.
So my 30s is Green Bull.
Whoa, whoa.
I don't know if you remember that.
No, but I do remember Beige being higher than the Flamingo.
Something like that. Something like
That's
that.
the one that sticks out in my head.
Okay, yeah, I think it was something like that. I know when he did the supernovas ranking, he put Beige like in AT or something like that. Something crazy. Sadly this year he didn't
like
do a. Sadly this year he
like
didn't do a list.
okay.
Yeah, that's why I
Spoiler alert
haven't.
for my list. There's no
Okay.
Beige.
Okay, good. That's a good spoiler. Actually, there's another spoiler I want to know. Is Kid on your list?
He almost didn't make the list.
Uh,
Almost.
so almost. So wait, he almost didn't make. Okay, so
Like
I'm
he's
hoping.
like relatively he's pretty low.
Okay, okay. He almost didn't make
And
the list.
I think he won't even be top 30 like if I if I like know more of One Piece, like if I theorize a bit more, because there's some spots on the list where it's more me like brainstorming possibilities.
But that's everyone's list because
Yeah.
most of these characters that like in my list, most of these characters they barely fight each other.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure they've seen each other, they know each other, but they haven't interacted. So that's pretty much everyone's list. You know, there's no one through one through list. But if it's like Taekwondo list, yeah, that's not, that's already a bad list. But in my okay, so I guess we're gonna start. So do you want to start with yours or do I start?
I mean,
Oh oh
however you want. Like, but
oh,
how are we
no.
gonna do it? Like, we just blaze through our list first, then we pick our each other's like differences or like
No,
what
actually,
just pops out.
no, actually, okay. So I forgot to ask. Okay, and I also forgot to mention. Do you have like a system? Because I have a system. Like for example, my number 30 to 23, I consider them low first commander level, and then like my number 22 to 17 is medium first commander. My number 16 to 12 is like high first commander, and then 11 to 5 is like admiral level, and then 4 to 1 is like yonko level. So do you have a system like that, or you just like you just got a bunch of names and like, oh, this one's like number 30, and
I mean, it's mostly winging it, but like there is like I wouldn't say there's a system, but like there's some power ranking I think that would fit like in the One Piece level. 'Cause, like the Jonkos are not you're not gonna see them in the 20s. Like you're not gonna see admirals. You're not gonna see one admiral in 25. You get what I mean?
then
Like it's
well, okay, you're for that starting off, you're thinking smart because some people they disrespect the admirals, and some people they also disrespect the yonkos, and then there's like admiral fanboys and there's yonko fanboys, and they love to disrespect the others. So like for example,
uh,
like, some people will probably put like, I don't know, like green, like green bone third, like Taekwon, and or like, I don't know, for some reason like Kizaru. I think someone said, oh yeah, someone said in the live stream I watched recently that Kizaru, he's like the weakest admiral or something like that, and then he was like very low on the list, and everyone was like freaking out, like, what do you mean? He's the OG admiral, so people they think the OG admirals are like, the strongest of the admirals. But okay,
Kizaru is Bolsalino, right?
yeah, we're Salino, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, okay.
okay,
Yeah, no
okay.
way no way he's the weakest. His little first slide. No way.
Yeah, but there's some people who thinks like that. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. They're reading Two Piece or something. I don't know what they're reading, but
Yeah.
they think like that. So okay, so some streamers, what they did were like, they say like five, like their bottom five, and they continue in decibels, and five, they kept saying like five characters. Since I have this system, I will just, I will just say my low first commander first, and then you will just say, like, if you want to say one by one, or you want to say like five characters. I want you to start first. I want you to start first because I'm
Okay,
curious. I'm curious.
I think I'll do it in bursts of five because I think it's
Okay.
faster and more efficient. Like, not having to like nitpick every single one, so like only like question notable differences or something that pops out. I think that's the smarter way.
Okay. Also, do you saw
So
my
for
list? Do you saw my list on Twitter? I posted it. I don't know if you saw it.
I saw it briefly. I saw it briefly. Like I didn't like I think there we can agree a lot on the top list, but like I didn't see much of else.
Okay. So you start then. Now you say your first lower five or whatever.
Okay, so for position for number 32, 26, I have for 30 Weeble, 29 Kid, 28 Law, 27 Lucci, and 26 Sabo.
Okay. Okay. So you have kid, and one number you have kid?
29.
29. Okay. Now, why do you have Weeble on your list? I'm pretty sure. I have Weeble on my list, but I want to know why you have Weeble in your list.
It was a toss up though. Like I wanted to put Warlord, and it was between Boa Hancock and Weeble. But it's the fact that not only Weeble is strong, but it's the
Okay.
fact that he has a possible connection with Whitebeard, which I'm pretty sure like cements it. Like Like if he takes out after his father, like
Okay. Basically, yeah, what everyone else is saying, like, Weeble, Kizaru, he mentioned that Weeble, his strength is like a young white beard, but okay, now we don't know the specifics. Like, does it means prime young white beard, which I doubt he means prime young white beard, or does it means like white beard when he goes part rocks, like like a rookie, or like rookie white beard
or
rock.
white beard in the making.
Yeah, like Whitebeard. Like we don't know the specifics, but either way, he said young Whitebeard. So that's why I have him in my top 30. I don't care if he's like 30 because it's Weeble. He's one of those characters that we barely see anything. I have him a little bit
Yeah.
higher. I have him a little bit higher on my list, but 30 it seems okay for Weeble. But now
Yeah.
now here's the one complaint I have. Here's one complaint I have. Why do you have Kid over Weeble? Because I think Weeble could beat Kid. Kid has been a disappointment in the in the new world, honestly. So why do you have Kid?
mean,
Why do you have Kid over Weevil? I want to know.
I mean, like he has been a disappointment because, like all, I mean, I'm not gonna say all the supernovas because at least Kid has been Bonnie, but like Kid has been doing some things that I was not expecting from him. But like at least it helps that I have zero expectation for him, so anything out of him is better. But like
No.
the fact that he could like already awakened his double fruit. And he could do that shit on Big Mom where he can trap her. Um that's impressive. And I'm pretty sure like Big Mom came out unscathed because she's Big Mom. If it's
Yeah.
any other normal person, they were not making out that alive.
Okay. Yeah. What he did. Okay. What he did to Big Mom was kind of impressive, but still, like Big Mom, it did nothing to her. What Law did was way more impressive, so that's why I have Law over Kid on my list. But it seems you also have Law over Kid. Also was
Yeah,
it makes sense. It
like
makes
Law
sense.
has more potential of his double fruit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And Law has yet to awaken his double fruit, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No. He already showed it. Like in the chapter that Kid did his, Law did his awakening.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But like since Law Devil Fruit is so like weird, it's so different from all the other Devil Fruits. We
Okay,
really
maybe
don't
that's why I missed it.
we really don't know what he did. Like from what we could tell, and from what other people had talked about, he like instead he does the rooms, right? That's like his basic
Mhm.
thing. So instead
Yeah.
of doing a big giant room, he did a room on his sword specifically. Like so he put a room, and instead of calling room, it's called kroom. That's the translation. So he did a kroom. Basically, it's a room and like an object. And with that he managed to like attack Big Mom internally. So it's like a gam. You remember what he did to the flamingo, like the gamma knife?
Yeah, the gamma knife. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, that on steroids. That's what it seems. It's like a way stronger gamma knife. Big Mom was bleeding, right? She was coughing up blood, but still, that still did nothing to. That still did anything, barely anything to Big Mom. Like she's still clean, basically. So and also they mentioned that they can only do awakening once because of the stamina and all that. So that's something interesting. Someone pointed out. Someone pointed that out recently. That awakening you need a ridiculous amount of stamina. So characters like Don Flamingo, Karakuri, yeah, those are the two awakenings that we know. So characters like those, that means they have insane amount of stamina to like constantly be using awakening. So in my eyes, they're even more impressive than what I thought they were before. So
That
that's like
actually didn't take that into account. So awakening it's less of a permanent upgrade and more like an acquired ability akin to the gears.
uh, yeah it's like a lot. It's not like a permanent thing that they could use it like constantly. Like at least from what we could tell with Law and Kin, because they specifically mentioned that they have stamina for like one awakening attack. So that's why so far they haven't done any other awakenings attack, and that's why they thought they were going that's why they thought they were going to lose because they're like this is like an all out attack. If we don't beat her now, then we lose. But Oda he wants Kid and Law to seem like they're similar to Luffy level, which I disagree. I have Luffy way above Kid and Law in my list. But Oda he wants to portray them that they're at least in that similar camp, you know, because I do think by the end of the series, Ken and Law, there will be the new Yonko if Law survives, because there's theories that he's going to die, but
If
but
he survives.
if he survives, but like always since Saboli, the introduction of Ken Law, like, oh, they're gonna be the future Yonkos with Luffy. Well, Luffy's gonna be Pirate King, but they're gonna be the new Yonkos, which I could still see that happening. It's just they're nowhere near Luffy level, so at least I agree. At least I agree that you have them low. I think it's a disrespect to Weevil to have him over. I mean, under Kid, but I'm okay with that because honestly,
I
Weevil.
mean, we barely see Weeble though.
Yeah, that's why I agree. I'm okay with that because we barely seen Weevil. And then who do you have above Law? Because so Weevil is 30, Law is
Lucci.
Lucy, Roberto Gucci. Okay, so people been calling him Roberto now. Roberto Gucci.
Okay, I
he has
didn't know
he has
that.
the drip. He has the drip. So
Oh
Lucy.
god.
I also have Lucy on my list. Now, why do you put Lucy? I'm curious.
I mean, CPO. He's this like assassin type dude that he's been trained since he was a kid. Like actually been showing the manga like in the cover arts. Not cover arts, but like you get what I mean. Uh
Cover stories. Yeah.
yeah, the cover story is some like that's the thing. Uh like and we saw he was wrecking shit pre-time skip. And he had to have trained post time skip. Because that was a 3 year gap? 3 year or 3 year gap?
2 year time skip.
2 year time skip, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm pretty sure he was not laying about. Like, he was training his ass off. Like, because he did not say in CP9. He's in CPO.
Okay, that's true. So that's pretty much everyone's thought process. Like obviously Luffy, I mean not Luffy, Lucy has gotten stronger. He's also in CP0. And then I don't know if you noticed this. Since you read the recent chapters, recently you caught up. In one of the recent chapters, one of the CP0 Asian, um, the guy with the top hat, I think the bowler hat, whatever. Robin commented that the strongest CP0 agents are the one with the mask, right?
Yeah.
So, and then in Lucy's introduction, he was wearing a mask, right? Now
Yeah.
he's not wearing a mask, but so I don't know the validity of that claim, but but still,
Well,
if he was, go on.
like, at least if he owns the mask and he wears it from time to time, like, at least there's some validity to that.
Yeah. So also it's Rob Lucy. I'm also something that I was discussing this with my brother that Rob Lucy is fine if he's not the leader of CP0 because Rob Lucy was never aiming for a leadership role. That's why he was okay with Spandam. That's why he was okay with Spandam giving him orders. That's why he's like the opposite of Luffy, and he's loving all that. So so him not being the leader of CP0 is not like
Not a shock.
Like it's not a shock. Also, since he's not the some people probably say, since he's not the leader, that means he's not that strong. Nah, Lucy, he's one of those characters that he's okay not being the leader and being the strongest person in the group. So okay, so I'm okay with that. And then who do you have above Lucy? Lucy, he's what? Number what?
27.
Okay. So who do you have above Lucy?
Sabo.
Okay. I'm glad that you have Sawo. I'm glad that you have Sawo very low because I use this. I think this is something that we agreed upon and we talked about way before. The Sawo, he's not that impressive, right? Like I think I remember us talking about this. Like I think when you're like around this Rosa or whatever, that the thing that Luffy has done in this Rosa is way more impressive than what Sabo did, right? Am I? Okay. And then also it makes sense. Sabo above Lucy, with because at least in the movies, I don't know. Have you seen the movies?
I haven't seen One Piece Gold, but I did see like a clip that was gonna pit both Sabo and Lucci, but but like it was teased, but it never turned out because of
Okay,
plot
okay,
reasons.
okay. So yeah, basically in the movies, they always have Sabo and Lucy fight, you know. And because of
Mhm.
that, a bunch of people, me including, I put Lucy and Sabo in the same tier, you know. So okay, so far I'm seeing Weeble 30, Kid 29, Law 28, Lucy 27, and Sabo 26, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so far so good. So now I'm guessing to go with the same pace as you, I will say my bottom five. So pretty much we mostly agree on the bottom five. So my 30 is Kid, okay.
Mhm.
Number 29 Law, number 28 Lucy, number 27 Sabo, and number 26 Boa. So you said you wanted to include a warlord, right? So is Weeble the only
Yeah.
warlord? Is Weeble the only warlord in your list?
No, no. There's more warlords, but like, cause like if you know me, like there's like you know which warlord, other warlord I included. Like you know me.
Okay,
Um,
well, I'm hoping.
but,
Wait, how many warlords do you include in total?
I didn't count. Uh, but like I'm gonna say from now, both Weeble and Boa contested for number 30. So
Okay, okay. So I guess I need to explain why I put ball under 20 in 26. So
yeah,
the reason why and a bunch of other people's reasoning is that recently we learned about the Conqueror's coding. You know that if you could code, you know that, right? The about the Conqueror's coding, like you capture that.
so I say yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. The thing
Like
that okay, okay. What do you think is Conqueror's coding?
I'm guessing it has to do with Conqueror's hockey.
Okay, you're you're there. Okay, so I guess a refresher. So you know Luffy was training in the prison. This I'm talking about Wano. So Luffy was training
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
prison, and he was training Rio, which is like advanced armament hockey that you
yeah,
could
yeah,
like coat armament hockey around your arms. It's like an invisible aura, and there's like
yeah, yeah,
There's two stage of Rio. One is like a shield that's like stage one, which we've seen throughout the series. Like the Admirals have done it. This is pre-time skip. The Admiral has
yeah,
done
yeah,
it. Boss Sisters and a bunch of other characters. And then
yeah.
stage two Rio is you could like put that force field inside of an object or a person, and like you do internal damage. Rayleigh has
Which
done
Luffy has
this.
been trying to do at the in Wano.
Yeah, that's what he was training to do, and
Yeah,
Rayleigh has done this. Rayleigh has done this in the pre-time skip, and other. I'm pretty sure other characters have done it also, but so Luffy was training for that, and he has successfully mastered Rio. Like he could do it now, but during the rooftop fight, Luffy, Law, Kid, Killer, am I missing some? Zoro and Zoro. They were fighting against Kaido on the rooftop. And then Luffy, this is after everyone got shook. Everyone got baby shake. Luffy Luffy, Zoro, he went all out, So Luffy realized that Kaido, he's doing something slightly different. He's doing something different. So instead of coding armament hockey, Kaido, he's coding Conqueror's hockey. So it's the same thing but with Conquerors. So he has like an invisible aura of Conquerors around him, and with that, your like attack, becomes way stronger. So Luffy, since he did the real training, he like basically used the fundamentals of the real training for he could do the Conqueror's hockey calling. So now he's like doing that, and he's like, that's why Kaido was knocked out the first time that
yeah,
Luffy like
yeah.
he,
And he
he
was
yeah
impressed by that.
yeah he was impressed. And then I don't know if you remember, but in that same chapter, Kaido he dropped his top five. Since you're not part of the community like that deep, I don't know if you know what I mean by Kaido's top five. Do you know what I mean by that?
No, no, I actually don't remember this.
Okay, so Kaido, he's like impressed. He's like, wow. He's like talking to Luffy. He's like, wow, brat, like that's very impressive or whatever. And then Kaido, he's like looking at Luffy. This is the panel. So Kaido's like looking at Luffy. And then when you go to the next page, Luffy, he's like standing there epically. And behind Luffy, we see five characters. Like they're like, like although he drew five characters behind Luffy. And
Uh huh.
those characters were Shanks, Olden,
Uh-huh.
a young Whitebeard, Roger, and Rocks. Do you remember Rocks?
Yeah. Rock slash Locks. The OG pirates were Charlotte and Kaido were part of.
Yeah, okay, and Whitebeard and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
And a
yeah.
bunch of other characters. So okay, so ever since that chapter, people been saying those are Kaido's top five, like those, yeah, it sounds funny, but
But I'm
we
guessing
have
that
to
it have to be strong though.
we have to take that into consideration. Like the only character who's currently alive from that list is Shanks. So
Yeah.
and then Kaido he comments on that panel that how high would your ceiling go? So he's like picturing Luffy, picturing those five characters, and basically saying like, will you get as strong as these characters? So some people because of that, people been bashing Mihawk because of that because Mihawk wasn't in the list. there's a bunch of Mihawk haters. I don't know if you know about that in the community. And there's
I know
also
I know that there's some debate of who's better, like between Shanks and Mihawk, cause like I know that Shanks is technically a swordsman, but since Mihawk has the title of the best swordsman, like there's a debate of who's actually better between them. But like we'll get more into that like as the tier list goes on, I think.
okay. And then there's some hardcore Shanks haters. Like there's some people that say the only reason why Shanks is a yonko because he's a rat and he's snitching on the other pirates. I don't know if you're aware of
Uh,
that. Like there's some like
oh, oh no, I don't think I agree with that sentiment.
obviously, but there's some hardcore Shanks haters. I follow them not because I agree with them, but it's because I want to see I want to see their thought process. I want to like read what they think and all that. And also same thing with the
Uh-huh.
Mihawk haters. I also follow them. Because of
Uh-huh.
that. So yeah. So the reason why I have Bull on number 26 is because of that. Like since Kaido mentioned that there's only a skank few, like there's only a few people in the world who could do the Conqueror's calling. So him, these are like the confirmed characters. I guess in the top five characters because he mentioned that.
He said he was expecting those he has those expectations for Luffy, yeah.
Yeah. So the top five, Luffy is one of them. Kaido is one of them because he's been doing it throughout the whole arc.
Yeah.
Yamato, she's one of them.
Okay.
Um, who's the other character? I'm blanking out. I'm looking at my list right now.
Can Big
Who?
Mom do it?
Big Mom. There we go. That's the other character I'm most blanking out. Yeah,
Okay.
Big Mom. She briefly did it. Like after that chapter, she was doing it. She was fighting against Page One, and she like did it. And just in case,
Okay.
if you so now when you're reading, if you see a character punching someone, right, and there's like a gap
Mhm.
between the punch, like there's like this invisible ball that although there was like a gap, so they're using Conqueror's calling because
Okay.
Conqueror calling like creates like a gap, so
Yeah.
you could like punch the person without even touching them, basically.
Yeah,
And
cause the hotkey fills in between that space, I'm guessing.
yeah, pretty much. You remember this epic moment, in the manga and the olden flashback that Prime Whitebeard and Roger they were going to clash, and then the clash was so like epic they were not even touching. Do you remember
Yeah,
that
yeah,
moment?
yeah.
So that's Conqueror's calling in a nutshell. And then there's theories that Jimbei he has the potential to unlock Conquerors and also use it because of
Oh, okay.
some recent chapter events. And then that Yuri read, I don't know if you picked it up when he was fighting against Who's Who. Do you remember that?
Who's who? That's
The
uh, that's
Sab-
not the Brachiosaurus.
no, the saber tooth tiger
Okay,
that
okay,
he wears like a mask. He has like his crew is for like cat people.
okay.
Um, so during that fight, Jimbei, he was like baby shaking Who's Who. Like it wasn't even a match. And then Jimbei, since he got pissed because of Who's Who was being racist, like
Yeah, yeah,
he was
yeah. Oh,
being
yeah. I remember now.
the racist now.
Yeah.
Okay, Who's Who was
You said racist.
okay. So Who's Who was being racist, and then Jimbei he got annoyed, so he just he watched Who's Who, and then during the last couple of attacks, Sparks was coming out, and basically Sparks is Conqueror's hockey. So people are like, oh, Jimbei, he could unlock conquerors and get and then get the clothing because Jimbei, he's a strong fighter. I have him on my list. I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but he's a strong fighter.
Uh,
So I think he has the potential. And then Zoro, he has conquers hockey
yeah, we saw that he has Conqueror's Hawk. Yeah.
and then when he attacked Kaido on the rooftop, this is before Kaido gave his top 5. So on Kaido comments, Kaido he commented that to Zoro after he did his attack, he's like, I can't believe you could use it, the Conqueror's Hockey. Zoro, since he's not where he could use it, he was like, what do you mean? And he faints, and then Kaido gets injured. he left a scratch. That's enough for that's enough for Zoro. You see this something So and because of that, so people are like, oh, so since he hurt Kaido with Conquerors, that means he also could use clothing, which basically I don't know if you realize everything that has to do with hockey, like the swordsman characters, basically from what we could tell, like the swordsman training is like deep with hockey training. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, like it's pretty synonymous.
Yeah. So it makes sense. I'm okay with that. That Zoro he knows Conquerors and that he could also do the clothing because of what we've seen throughout the series with swordsman and hockey training. It's pretty much like the same thing.
So,
Okay,
how does this ties in with Boa?
Boa, she's the first Conquerors use, like one of the first Conquerors user we seen. She's also a warlord, and I'm pretty sure she either knows how to use clothing, or she has the potential to unlock them, right? But right now, Boa is fighting against Kobe, right? So although he's in although he's in the situation where if he wants to hype up Kobe, that means Kobe needs to be Boa. So that means Boa is out of my top 30. This that means Boa is out of my top 30, and then Kobe will replace
Kobe's
Kobe.
the
By the end of the series, Kobe has to be top 30 because his goal is to be an admiral, and the admirals are really strong characters. I have them very high on my list. So if Kobe wants to be an admiral, if Oda wants Kobe to be an admiral by the end of the series, he needs to be very impressive against Boa. But if Boa loses, that means Boa goes down on a bunch of people's lists because a bunch of people have Boa in their list because of the Conquerors hockey thing. So
okay.
So
I really didn't take that into account actually.
yeah, it makes sense. But some people are arguing against it, like, oh, why are you putting Boa so high if she hasn't even used it? It's just speculation and
Yeah.
predictions. Okay, so that's our bond 5. So now you say your next 5 characters.
Okay, so for 25 to 21, I have 25 Doflamingo, 24 Queen, 23 Sanji, 22 King, and 21 Marco.
Okay. Okay, wait. I'm writing your list down for that way I could keep track. So say that again. So you said 25 Mingo. You said 24. You said 24 Queen. Okay. We need to discuss this. And then you said 23. Was your 23?
Sanji.
Okay. Zoro better be next. Who's 22?
King.
Okay. And who's 21?
Marco.
Okay. So you said 25 Mingo. I'm okay with that. Mingo. He's a strong character. Some people took Mingo out of their list because of what we learned. Yeah, that was crazy. I was surprised. Some people took Mingo out of their list because they think that currently every characters we've seen so far could be Mingo, like could be Don Flamingo. I don't think so.
I don't know, like with what we like now that I learned what you told me about the awakening, how it works. Like I don't know, I think the Flamingo's staying. Like so far he's staying, cause like he was doing that shit, like, and with all the shit he was blowing off into Rosa, and like not even Gear 4 Luffy, like obviously he got beaten down, but like he had to be weakened. Like it was a team effort.
Yeah, that's true. So that's why I still have Mingo on my list. Now you placed them in 25,
5.
right? Yeah. So you have Queen, Sanji, King, and Marco above Mingo. So I
Yes.
um in my list I have no second or third commanders, right? Everyone in my list are like first
Uh-huh.
commanders or characters I think are like in first commander level, Amro
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Yonko level. So why do you have Queen on your list?
First, well, actually, it was one of the last characters I thought of, actually. So that there's a sneak peek of how I made this list. But like, I'm pretty like from what I've seen, Queen has he's pretty strong. Like, like he's not the first commander. Like that's true. Like he isn't. Like I wouldn't say he's as strong as King, but like with all the tech modification he does to his body, and like obviously he was comic relief in the last couple chapters with how he was getting bodied. But like with all the body modifications he has on his body plus all the Germa 66 shit he was pulling off. I don't know, I don't know, but like Queen gained a bit of respect for me.
Okay, okay. Between the yeah, yeah, okay, I agree. But I don't think Queen is stronger than Mingo. But okay. So you have Queen above Don Flamingo. Do you think Don Flamingo beat Queen even though you have like Queen above him? Like, do you think Don Flamingo could beat Queen like in the extreme fight? Like Don Flamingo has to like use everything.
Possibly.
Possibly. Okay, okay,
Possibly.
that's okay. That's okay with me. And then above Queen Sanji, of course. You know Sanji.
Yeah,
Okay. Were
like
you
especially now because like not only was he strong before, but like since there's some hints that he's getting the biological modifications from being a Germa experiment, like if Oda goes through that route, he's gonna be even stronger than before. Easily.
okay? Okay, I agree. Now, okay, now do you since you're not that deep in the community, so I have to ask you
Yes.
this. So I have to ask you this:
Uh-huh.
do you think Sanji, without he got his power up right now, he got the modifications. So do you think Sanji, with the race suit, not including the modifications, this is before the modifications. So do you think Sanji with the race suit could defeat Queen, just with the race suit?
Just with the Reisu. Like the Reisu like amplified his strengths already, so possibly.
Okay.
Maybe.
I was one of those people that thought that he could easily defeat Queen just with the Reisu. Now since he got the modification, that fight was just a wash. Like he destroyed the Reisu and he got those modifications. Now Sanji, I put Sanji decently in my list,
Yeah.
because yeah I'm a Sanji fanboy, so that's why I was the Reisu was insane though. Like Sanji,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you remember, Sanji by himself was holding King and Queen down without the racer.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
just, he was doing that without the racer. Granted, he's not like Marco Marco was doing well, way better than him.
Mhm.
But still, Sanji was doing a decent job. And Chopper was helping out, of course, a little bit. Chopper, Chopper was there.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Chopper was there.
The best
Uh,
summary of Shopper. Shopper was there.
yeah, Chopper was there. Okay, and then now you have King above Sanji. I'm
Yes.
saying you're disrespecting Sanji a little bit here,
I
but
don't know. King is the first commander, and he and his species are like they're called Lunarians, right?
yeah, Lunarians.
I don't know. Like they were referred to as gods, and
Okay,
so I don't know,
okay,
man.
okay. So
I think we have yet to see King's full potential. Like he was going ham on Zoro, but like I don't know. I think we've still yet to see the best from King.
okay, that's an interesting comment that you mentioned there. We haven't seen the full potential of King. So do you think the raid is going to fail? Like, do you think the raid is going to fail, and that we're gonna have another round, like maybe the next day or whatever, and then and then like the commanders and other characters they show off their awakening, and then this is gonna be the last fight. Do you think that's going to happen?
I mean, uh, well, considering that Wano is very Japan inspired, and Wano is following this Japanese drama act format, which is normally has 5 acts. I don't think if the raid succeeds, I don't know how Oda's gonna extend that to 5 acts. So I'm pretty sure, uh, I'm pretty sure, it's gonna fail, but not entirely. Like, Kaido's beast powers it's gonna have been affected. Like, his screw is not gonna be the same after this.
Okay, okay. So, yeah. People were theorizing that Wano is based after the Kabuki plays, which is 5 acts.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that actually that theory has been it dwindled down. It lost steam because we're deep into Act 3. Like we're
Yeah.
Act 3 has easily been the longest act so far,
Mhm.
and because of that, also there's some information contradicting the 5 act structure. I think Arthur, Arthur, Library of Hara.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah, Library of Horror, yeah.
I think he tweeted one like a couple years ago. I forgot when, that it's actually 3 acts. The
Oh
usual.
really?
Yeah, and other people like in the community been saying, nah, I think it's gonna be 3 acts. And since we're like deep into Act 3, I think it's just gonna be 3 acts. Um,
I
I was.
mean,
Go on.
if it's still gonna be 3 acts, at the end of it's yet to be seen, because we still have to deal with Orochi and the whole resolution of Wano and how it all gonna end up. So like like I like I think we're midway Act 3, if anything, if that's the case.
This is how I see Wano ending. This is my pitch for Wano. So and
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch of other people believes this as well, that Wano is going to end. And at least the ending of the Luffy versus Kaido fight. So Luffy defeats Kaido, where he does like this epic attack, like he always does, and then
Uh-huh.
the moment that Luffy defeats Kaido, the sun is rising, and then symbolizing that Luffy, he brought the new dawn of the dawn of the new world. And then
Uh,
Kaido will probably comment that he will probably make a comment that, like, oh no, Luffy, he is Joy Boy, like, because there's that theory. There's that comment that Kaido said, oh, you couldn't be Joy Boy either. But I think by the
yeah.
end of this fight, Kaido, he's going to change his mind. He's going to think that Luffy's Joy Boy, and then we're gonna have this epic panel of the sun of the dawn rising and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it would be a callback to the whole romance dawn, because the rising sun is very symbolic of Japan, so which would be pretty fitting for Wano.
yeah. But I was one of those people that were in the camp of the raid was going to fail, because we haven't seen awakening from the commanders or the flying sex. But
Mhm.
at this point we're very deep in Act 3. We're very deep into the raid, and since I want Luffy to beat Kaido when the dawn is coming. So like when the dawn is happening. So I don't think they're going to fail, and and all that.
I thought you go phrase that I want to see Elbaf already. I want to see Laptop already.
No. There are some people. There are some people that like, oh, this finishes already. I want to go to Elbaf. I want to, But I'm enjoying Wano. There's some people that I follow. They're really not like, they're enjoying Wano, but they're hating on it a lot also. But I'm enjoying Wano a lot. I don't know about you. Are you like, where do you put Wano in your list?
Oh, it all depends on how it ends. But I'm liking Wano when I'm not following in a week to week basis, because since there's so many character paths that's going on and they're all intertwining, like how Yamato's going to the weaponry shelter,
Yeah,
the storage,
yeah,
and how that and meets up with Apple and Drake. That's just one
yeah,
example, but
yeah.
there's so many things going on. That's impressive. I'm impressed that Oda's keeping up with all so many character interactions.
Okay, okay.
It's actually reminding me of the Chimera arc ant of Hunter x Hunter
Okay, okay.
when they're in the castle, because there's so many character paths that's going on,
Yeah,
which I'm
yeah.
actually liking. But it's hard
Plot.
to follow on a week to week basis. I have to read it, binge it.
Yeah, I agree. There, some some people like this is already like a bunch of people in the One Piece community already agrees with this that all the way that he writes arcs, they're best to enjoy on a binge read, not
Yeah.
week to week basis. And then because of that, since a bunch of people read week to week, we get a bunch of crazy takes. Like people are very reactionary because of that.
Yeah.
At least in my case, I like to weigh it out. Although he has something planned. So, but I still read week to week. Since I like to hear what other people are thinking on that. Okay, so
Yeah.
and then you have Marco. Let's go back to the list. You have Marco and 21 over King.
Yes.
I agree. Right? I say I agree, but I'm not. I don't remember my list. Yeah, I do have Marco. Okay, so yeah, I agree. Marco. He was holding.
Marcos pretty beast, yeah.
Yeah, he was fighting against King and Queen by himself. He was holding it down. Plus, he was healing everyone. So he was wasting. He was using stamina of healing people while also fighting against King and Queen. At the end, he needed a breather, but now he's back. He was also he clashed against Big Mom briefly. I forgot how that ended, but I'm pretty sure Big Mom she like smacked Marco or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's how it went down. But still, Marco, he's one of those characters that consistently
he lived.
Consistently has fought against top tier characters, and he could like easily fight against them. Like, of course, it will be hard for him to fight against an Amuro and a Yonko, but he could like hold him down. He could.
And not to forget, he was the first commander for Whitebeard, if I recall correctly. So that's no easy feat in of itself. So.
Yeah, he was the first Whitebeard commander. But some people are saying that Whitebeard's crew commanders, they're not based after strength. Obviously, like Sabo, not Sabo. Ace was number 2. Ace was number 2, and Ace, if he was alive now, Ace will not be in my top 30. I'm just saying that now. Ace will not be in my top 30 if he was alive now.
Like I feel like in that case, Ace maybe would scratch my 25 to 30, but like barely.
Okay.
Very barely.
Yeah. So because and then there's other characters that I'm pretty sure were like stronger than Ace, but they were like lower in the commander ranking because Whitebeard he is one of the family, right? So
yes.
So Whitebeard's commanders, they're like different than let's say Kaido's and all the other Yonko's crew. So, but still, Marco was still the first. So, and he has shown that he is a first commander level character. So I agree, him over King. What I don't agree is him over like Sanji. I don't agree with that. But it's okay. So I guess I will go with mine. So it's like 25 to 21. So 25 I have Jimbei. 24 I have Weeble. 23 I have Don Flamingo. 22 I have King, and then 21 I have Marco. So okay, so like I mentioned, Jimbei, I think Jimbei, since all my people like 12 to 30 their first commander characters, I think they're first commander characters. So I think Jimbei, he could be Jack. He could easily be Jack. He could be Queen, not easily, but he could do it. And then he could be he could easily be Cracker because Jimbei, he counters Cracker.
Whoa, careful with that word. You don't want problems with which.
I know this is gonna be on YouTube, but speaking of the word, so a stream about the top 30 that I watched, when they were saying Cracker, instead of saying Cracker, they were saying Biscuit, or like when they roll it down on, because they were like showing their list, when they roll it down, they wrote Cracker with an asterisk next to it, and like twist. It's not the bad word. It's just a character's name. But anyway, Jimbei could easily be let's say Charlotte. So that's his last name. He could Jimbei could easily be Charlotte.
Salting Charlotte.
Yeah, salting. Jimbei could be Charlotte because Jimbei counters the ability, the Biscuit ability, because Luffy needed water, which Nami was there to help out. So, and Jimbei, he's a fishman, so he could easily counter. And then Jimbei could easily, easily beat Jesus Burgers. Jesus Burgers, he's on my list. Good thing because I think he wasn't known.
I think I forgot him entirely.
Yeah, he's easily forgettable, honestly, between the commanders. I say, this may be joking, but honestly, maybe Chopper could also beat Jesus Burgers. I'm just saying, like that's how low I see Burgers from the White
Damn.
Beard's crew. Yeah, it just honestly he's not that impressive. Isabo defeated him. I don't see. I don't think he's that impressive. And then I have Weeble in 24 because like I mentioned earlier, while talking about your list, that Weeble the more we don't see of him, like I think the more stronger Oda has to make him because
Okay.
if we see him now, like after Wano, that's end of series stuff. Like after Wano is already end of series because Oda already mentioned a couple times that he wants One Piece to end 5 years after Wano ends, right? So that's like end of series stuff. That's basically Naruto's last arc, the Great Shinobi War.
Okay.
That's like end of series stuff. So if Weevil shows up at the end of the series, and he shows his strength or whatever, I think Oda has to make him like a really strong character because of the hype that Weevil has. And also Weevil, he single-handedly by himself defeated Whitebeard's allies by himself. Like he had no help, and
Oh,
we
true,
have
true.
yeah, and we haven't seen him use hockey either. So it would be insane if Weevil currently he's this strong without any hockey training. So that's why I put him like very high. And then Don Flamingo, of course, conquers hockey. We know it's Don Flamingo. Like
Yeah,
there's not much to say really about Don Flamingo. Why I have him in my
yeah,
top 30.
yeah, like we have to put that respect on Don Quixote Don Flamingo, like.
Yeah, we have to respect Don Flamingo, and then I do think he could be Weevil, he could be Jimbei, and everyone below him. Now, King, I said King 22. So now King, I have him in my ranking. He's a medium first commander level. So he's the first commander, but he's like in the middle of the first commanders. And he's the first commander. So I'm saying he's the weakest first commander. Yeah, I'm saying he's
Okay,
the
yeah.
so, but he's still first. He's in the medium there. So, I still think that since he's right next to Mingo, I still think Don Flamingo could beat him, but it's gonna be a difficult fight. And then
Okay.
Marco 21. Yeah, I could see him 1-on-1 being king, and then and yeah, there's really not much to say about Marco. We already said a bunch of talking about your list about Marco. We gotta respect
Yeah.
Marco. Yeah. So okay, so far so good, I guess. so so now you're 20 to 16.
Yes. So, number 20 is the very controversial character for all the reasons. Yamato. 19
Okay.
is Zoro. 18 is Shiryu, I think that's how he's called.
Yeah, sure, you're right.
17 Katakuri. And 16 Luffy.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait. So you said Shiryu, he's 18.
Yes.
Okay, then you said 16 was
Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy.
okay, and 17 was Kakuri, right?
Yeah, Katakuri. But even then, 16 and 17 is it's a toss up. Like it's how I'm
Really,
feeling that day.
really now. You're saying okay. So
I mean, like, with how Wano has been going, like, I'm pretty sure Luffy's inching to be better than Katakuri right now. But, like, not by much, because Katakuri had to cripple himself to beat Luffy. To be beaten by Luffy.
okay, but okay, let's go back a bit. Yamato.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so I agree. I'm gonna say this now. Yamato, I have her in my 20. Also, she's my number 20 spot. She's she's the gatekeeper for me, in my opinion, of like 20 and above.
Okay.
So we agree on that. But why do you pick Yamato or 20? I'm
Okay,
curious. And
so
20.
Yamato's pretty strong. We know that, like, being a descendant of Kaido, Yamato could hold her own against Kaido, like when they clashed. When she was in her mythical stone form, when she, like in her antro form, I guess, her human beast form. It helps that
Hybrid.
her mythical is also it's based on a wolf, so it's also carnivorous zone, which adds to her strength, and also it's a mythical. So like that in of itself, it's pretty strong. Like the Yamato's could hold her. Like I'm not saying that Yamato could beat Kaido, but to not get baby shook by Kaido, like that's impressive.
Okay. Interesting that you brought this up. No one has brought this up. That Yamato, she has a carnivorous zone, which it's been a long time someone brought that in a discussion, the carnivorous zones and all that. But yeah, actually,
Like,
you're right.
yeah,
Yeah,
because I only
the
mentioned it because like this is a distinction because like I don't know if those effects stack, but if they do, like mythical is already strong, but like carnivorous in and of itself is stronger than other Zoans. I'm like put those two together, so I'm like that's a pretty strong Zoan, I think.
yeah, you're right. Because back in the day, in Andy's lobby, like, oh, you're a carnivorous zone, so you're stronger than regular zones. And now since Yamato's also is a mythical, so it makes sense that those things stack. I think that's the same. I guess the same thing goes with Kaido, since he's a mythical fish, but since he's a dragon, I'm guessing that covers in the carnivorous area. I
Yeah.
guess we
Yeah,
both,
Kaido's basically a Gyarados.
yeah, he's a Gyarados basically. So so it looks like we both agree on Yamato. Okay, and then you have Zoro 19.
Yeah,
Right.
so the King of Hell. Well, the wannabe King of Hell.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Some people are saying it's cringy. That Zoro, he named himself the King of Hell. It's like a Xbox name. It's like an Xbox name. Okay. But are you sure putting Zoro
I
that?
would prefer another title, like, cause like, okay, you have King of Pirates, like, why not the King of Swords or the Swordman King? I don't know, like you want to take that title of Mihawk, so why not try to be that? Like,
I
now you get what
forgot.
I mean?
Yeah, I had a nickname for Zoro a long time ago. I forgot what it was because his current pirate nickname is Pirate Hunter, which he's no longer a pirate hunter. Like he's a pirate now. So I had a nickname for him. Like,
The
oh, what would
Sword
be you?
Collector.
Nah, I forgot. I forgot what it was. But King of Hell, I'm okay with it because Rayleigh, his nickname is the Dark Lord. And although he explained why Rayleigh's the Dark Lord, I don't know if you know or remember. It's because if Roger wasn't a pirate, Rayleigh would have been the Pirate King. And in Japan, the Dark Lord is like a character that could have been the king, but since there's someone else stronger than them, that's why they're not the king, something like that. Like,
Oh, okay. Alright,
yeah,
they're always meant to be second if first didn't exist.
yeah, basically, they're always meant to be second if first didn't assist. So if Roger wasn't around, Rayleigh would have been Pirate King. So,
Oh, okay.
so Zoro, he's basically doing the same thing with Zoro, King of Hell. Luffy's the Pirate King, Zoro King of Hell. So, but are you sure? Are you sure putting a racist like Zoro that high? I don't know.
Oh, racist.
You're not aware? You're not aware of the allegations of Zoro? Are you not aware?
Okay, there's something I clearly missed while
Well,
reading.
you miss.
I missed some subtext apparently.
You miss a lot of subtext. Like, okay, I'm about to blow your mind. Okay. I know there's strong allegations, for Zoro, but he's a bigot. He's a racist, and we gotta admit it. It sucks. But okay. So
First off, it's against Jimbei.
well, no, hey, I don't know. Zoro hasn't had that much interaction with Jimbei, but I bet they're gonna be wild once they're like settled. But okay, so first of all, Zoro, all his opponents, look back to all of his opponents, excluding Mihawk. What are they?
Oh.
All of his opponents, they have something. They have something in common. All of Zoro's opponents.
I started thinking of Alabasta. Oh no.
Okay, yeah,
No.
Mr. One.
No,
Mr. One.
I need to start. I need to start looking at the wiki, like at their official skin colors.
Okay. So his first big opponent was big in quotes because now but at that time was Hashi. Well, what is he?
Yeah, the octopus fisherman, right?
Yeah, what is he? He's a Manuri. He's a fishman.
Okay. Yeah.
Mr. One. Mr. One, he's black.
Yeah.
And then before Mr. One was Miss Monday. She was also a buff black woman, and Zoro had her by the head. Like Zoro was crushing that. Like Zoro was like,
I got me a black one. Like she was a fish or something. I got me a big black one.
that was Zoro right there at that moment. it was insane. And then of course King recently. Now we're talking about King recently. King, he's also a
Yeah,
minority, but he's also black.
yeah,
His
yeah.
skin color. And what
Yeah, and
happened?
only black, but also like an extinct species.
Yeah, oh yeah, like King. For what we see, he's the only one left. So and what happened in that fight? What happened during that fight versus King? When Zoro realized that King
He
was
got
black,
his wing.
when Zoro realized that King was black, he got stronger. Like he's like he wants he wants serious. So and then there's a bunch of other Sanji's nickname. You know Zoro and Sanji, they're rivals. Zoro hates
Yeah.
Sanji. What is Sanji's nickname? What is his epitaph?
Masa.
No, his pirate nickname. What's Sanji's pirate nickname?
Uh, the isn't something along the Cook or no Black leg Sanji.
Black leg Sanji. Zoro. That's what Zoro. That's what Zoro hates Sanji. If Sanji's nickname was White Leg, they would have been best friends. They would have been best friends. Here's the final nail on the coffin. Someone asked Oda like years ago, what would have been the Straw Hats' jobs if they were in the real world? Luffy, I forgot what Luffy was, and then I forgot the other characters. But Zoro,
So it's gonna be a Marine.
no, Zoro was gonna be a police officer. Zoro was gonna be a police officer. It's like, so, are you still here? I don't know you.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, because it left, it got quiet for a moment. So yeah, Zoro was supposed to be a police officer. So I have to send you these videos now. There's a YouTuber, JD Legend. He's a really good One Piece YouTuber. So he's been doing skits of Zoro. He's on trial, and then Denjiro is his lawyer, and then Capone is like the guy going up against Zoro. I don't know these terms, but was a really funny skit that lawyer Zoro, he's on trial for his racism and bigotry. So yeah, it's hilarious. But anyway, so you have Shiryu number 18 above Zoro.
Yes.
Okay. Is it because we haven't seen much of Shiryu? So is it because Shiryu is supposed to be Zoro's future opponent?
I mean, it's pretty clear they're gonna be future opponents. Like they're both swordsmen. Like and from what my understanding, isn't Shiryu like the first commander for Blackbeard, right?
Okay, so there's some confusion. Okay, so I'm also confused by this because recently, although he did like a color spread that had all
I
the
know what
first,
you're talking about. Is it that the
Yeah.
one with Beppo?
yeah, yeah, that's the one with Beppo. So with that, he had all the first commanders, right? So Zoro, Beppo,
Yeah.
Marco, and everyone. Now Shiryu was there, right? So before the time skip, Jesus Burgess was Whitebeard's first commander, right? And then after the time skip, we still don't know the specific rankings, but I assume it's like it's like Arlong Park all over again. Okay, so he's like something that I recently, by recently I mean years, that I found this out, that Arlong's commanders, or like his commanders basically in quotes, his first commander was this guy named the Manta Ray guy, the guy that Sanji fought, Kurogi, something like that. Remember the Manta Ray that Sanji fought? So apparently that was actually his first commander, right? And then Hashi was his second, and then Shu I think was his third or something like that. So so because of that, that's the only time that Zoro hasn't fought the second strongest in the crew. But it's because Zoro was weakened by that time. Remember that he got the slash by Mihawk and all that. And then Sanji, he had to, fight the second strongest. So that's the only time. So I think this time is going to be the same thing. That Jesus Burgess, he's the first commander. And that Shiryu, he's the second commander. And that Sanji, he's going to fight Burgess. And since I think Chopper could be Burgess, so it's going to be a wash for Sanji. And that Shiryu, he's actually as strong as the first commander, but because of rankings and when he joined the crew, he's a second commander. Do I make sense? That makes sense right there.
I think.
Okay. Basically, to summarize, Shiryu, he's as strong as the first, but since he joined the crew way later on, he's not the first commander. That's basically what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, from
Yeah.
what I've heard, isn't he like the captain of the second ship? The Blackbeard has.
Like I'm not sure if that's confirmed. Like I'm
Uh,
not sure if that's confirmed, but I
like
know
if
he
that's true, like Blackbeard has him in high regards.
that which makes sense since Shiryu he's really strong, but I'm not sure is that confirmed. I know there's 10 Titanic captains. That's how Blackbeard organizes rankings. So there's
Okay.
10. So there's like 10 people. So those are his commanders. And I don't know what Shiryu is, but I know Shiryu he's one of the 10 Titanic captains. I'm not
Yeah.
sure because if you go to the wiki, I think they have Shiryu as the second Titanic captain. So he's the first commander. I'm pretty sure because Blackbeard he's the first Titanic captain. I think I don't know. We just don't know. We just don't know the.
Yeah, like it's just here one of the Titanic captain of the second ship. Yeah.
Okay. So but that's I agree that Shiryu should be above Zoro, directly above Zoro since he's the future opponent for Zoro. Okay, and then you have Katakuri at number 17, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then Luffy, right above
Number
Katakuri,
16.
right
Yes.
above Katakuri. That's what gets me. So whoever you have above Luffy has to be insane. Like I think you're one of the lowest people. You're one of the people who have Luffy this low. Like from what I remember.
I mean, to be
Because
fair,
go on.
it's like I could negotiate putting Luffy at 13. I can negotiate, but like we'll see soon enough.
That's still pretty low for me, but okay, 13.
I mean,
There's some people. This is not me. I strongly disagree with this, but there's some people that they have in a top 5, top 3 currently.
no. That's way too high.
That's way too high. That's way too high. But okay. So now let me say my 20 to 16. So we have the same 20 Yamato, 17 is Shiryu, and then 16 is 16 is Katakuri. That's my.
I feel.
Okay.
I
go
feel
on.
like there's more of a strength difference between Sanji and Zoro right now, so that's why there's a number gap between them. Like I wouldn't put them right above each other.
I see. Well, I disagree. I'm just because I strongly disagree because there. Okay. Do you remember the chapter? I think this was 120 something around there, like somewhere around there. That Robin was talking. I don't know. I think to Brooks or whoever. I forgot who Robin was talking to. But Robin said that Zoro and Sanji they're the wings of the Pirate Kings, right?
Yeah.
Now, since you're fairly new in quotes in the community, and since you're not that, and since you're not like that active, you probably don't know this, but for years, people been saying that Zoro and Sanji they're the wings of the Pirate Kings, right?
Okay.
For years, and then this is the first time that a character in the story has acknowledged that title. So, in a bunch of people's eyes, this is including me, so that means Zoro and Sanji right now they're like equal. They're like they're barely equal. Zoro obviously he's stronger.
Yeah.
But
That we agree on.
Yeah, but it's so like small, the differences that's why I put them like right next to each other. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair for me, like I want to see more of a Sanji. Like we have still yet to see like his full capabilities, like where how he's his new like abilities, his new internal misogynism.
Oh yeah. Now it's no longer the monster trio. Now it's the I forgot what was the nickname. The
the bigot trio.
Something like that because Sanji he's a misogynist. Zoro he's a racist, and Luffy.
What's Luffy?
I forgot. Okay, wait. So there's misogynist. Is there another word for misogynist?
Women hater, I guess.
Okay, no. Okay. Luffy, he's because the it's a meme that I saw. So it's Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy. So Zoro was being racist, in quotes, in quotes. Sanji was being Sanji, like always, and then Luffy was the image that they used was Luffy punching BB. And then I forgot what they used. What would you describe Luffy? I forgot, but it's no longer the monster trio. Each of them,
Hating the poor.
what? He's what?
Poor. Hating the poor.
Yeah, but it's something. But yeah, now it's no longer the monster trio. Each of them they have their own demons that they're fighting with. But going back to the list, so yeah, that's why I have Zoro above, like they're right next to each other. I'm not those people that say that they're interchangeable. There's some people saying that they're interchangeable because throughout the series, because throughout the series, throughout the series we seen that they're not interchangeable. But I guess by interchangeable they mean that they're equals. Like for example, Sanji, he easily defeated Queen. Like he barely, I say he barely put any effort, right? Now if Sanji fought against King, however, he has to put a lot of effort, way more effort than what Zoro did. So that's why I don't think they're that interchangeable. They're equals, but Zoro obviously he's stronger. Now I have Shiryu at 17, which same thing as you. He's a future opponent for Zoro, so I put him right above Zoro. There's some people that say Sanji he's gonna fight Shiryu because of the invisibility. Since Shiryu he got the invisible fruit. I disagree. Obviously Shiryu, he's supposed to be Zoro's opponent. And then Karakuri above Shiryu. Now Karakuri in my ranking, he's the lowest of the high first commander. So this is where I'm getting to the strongest of the strongest first commanders. So in Karakuri, he's the lowest of the strongest first commanders.
Isn't King your lowest of the first commander?
No, well, King he's medium high.
Okay.
So King he's medium high, and then Karakuri he's the strongest of the first commanders. So by that ranking, Karakuri he's the lowest of the strongest. You get what I mean?
Okay. Now I understand.
Yeah. But overall, yeah, you're right. King, he's the lowest of the commanders overall. So, do you think? Okay, what do you have? You have Karakuri where again?
17.
17. Okay, so if Zoro right now fought against Karakuri, how do you think Zoro is gonna beat Karakuri if they fought right now?
I mean, like, it's hard to say. Like does Zoro have that hockey that Katakuri possesses? Like, cause Katakuri, like, not only is he like like a taffy Luffy, like I like to call it, but like he's also he also uses weapon. Like we saw him using a trident, I think it was, right?
Yeah, Mogura. That's the Mogura means mole. Yeah, so that's the name of his trident. Yeah. He was a spear trident guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's not only a brawler, like he's also a bit savvy with weapons, melee weapons.
He's also a sniper.
So,
He's
true, that's right.
with the jelly beans. The Karakuri is hilarious, but Karakuri he's like he knows more skills than just a brawler, so that's interesting. Like between the first commanders,
Yeah, like he's more of a jack of all trades in comparison with Luffy. Like Luffy's just a brawler. Now think about it. Like,
some people.
I don't know. Like,
No, finish your thought.
Like I don't know. Like maybe Zoro can beat him, but not unscathed. Like there's no way he's coming out unscathed.
Okay, well, some people in the community they think that current Zoro could easily beat Karakuri, and those are obviously the Zoro fanboys. There's the hardcore Zoro fanboys. The CKK people. But I think if they fought, I think Karakuri still beats Zoro, but like barely.
Yeah.
Zoro needs to put a lot of effort if he wants to beat Karakuri. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
like Karakuri, like in this instance, like Karakuri would be like his toughest opponent. Well, not including Kaido.
yeah, oh yeah, of course, of course. Uh, so okay, and anything else I want to say? Also, the reason why I have Karakuri like in my high first commander
Uh huh.
tier is because
Uh huh.
Karakuri, his armament hockey when he
Mhm.
was fighting Luffy was way ahead of Luffy. Like when Karakuri did the Dice Moshi, that was basically his advanced armament hockey. When he was
Yeah.
doing that, Luffy was failing that, and he was using hockey to block. And then
Mhm.
Karakuri, he has observation hockey, which Luffy,
Yeah.
I still think Luffy is not his observation hockey is not that level, like
Yeah.
Karakuri, but it's there, and that
It's getting there. It's getting there.
yeah, it's getting there. And that and also Karakuri, he also has Conquerors. Now people are looking back at panels to see if anyone else has Conquerors fusion, right? And there's like evidence that maybe Karakuri has it. Like but we're still not sure to this day. Of
Okay.
course. And basically Karakuri, like I mentioned, he knows how to fight with a weapon. He has his
Yeah.
spear. He has his trident, and he also a sniper with the jelly beans. And I'm pretty sure he could also snipe with anything else. It's just his preferred method is a jelly bean. So yeah, that's why I have him that high, 16. So now what's your 15 to 11?
Give me a moment here. I'm just putting a
Okay.
charger.
Number 15.
Breaking foot leathers, it's Rayleigh. 14 is Sengoku. 13 is the one and only Luffy's grandfather, Garp. 12, it's like I put them here just in case, but it's tentative. Like how the story rolls out. But like
Okay.
I
Okay.
cannot make this a list while at least mentioning them.
Okay.
Eam. 11,
Really, really now,
Green
really
Bull.
now. Really now.
Yes.
Eam. Okay.
I mean, let's start let's start with the old man here.
No, but what's your? And you said 11 Green Bull.
Yes, 11 Green Bull.
Okay. Okay. Eam. Okay, that's a crazy take. I think no one. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure no one has included him because I'm in the maybe he's strong. Maybe he's strong.
Yeah,
So that's a
like
I'm
yeah,
okay.
like he
Uh
uh
huh.
like for me like Im like Im could either be like could have been like Im is too much of a crazy character. Like I'll admit that like I could easily justify him putting him in the top 10 in one of the other lower in the positions, or it could have been another mention because we barely know anything about Im. Like I'm going off the fact that he's he's the top of the world government. Like the elders respect him. Like they work under him. So there has to be some reason why. Is it pure power? I don't know. Like for that reason I put him under the admirals because we don't have enough information to base ourselves on. So
Okay. Okay. That's
it's
fair.
more of a cautionary number, if anything.
That's a fair assumption. Because for example, some people, um, they have Dragon in their list. I don't have Dragon on my list because he hasn't done anything. But some people they place Dragon because maybe he's strong. So it's the same thing with Eam. Like maybe he's strong. So that's why it makes sense. Okay. And then, but let's go back. You said Ray. So you basically have the Old Man trio: Rayleigh, Sengoku, and
Yes.
Garp. Okay.
Yes.
Um, do you really think Rayleigh is the weakest of the three?
I mean, like my justification is because like Rayleigh has been like the one out of action the most. Like Rayleigh, like in comparison with Sengoku, like he just retired, and I think you still see him popping up in the Marines from time to time. Garp is still working, right? Like he's still Vice Admiral.
Yeah, but he wanted to retire, but they're like, "Now we need you around because you're the symbol, you're the hero, and we need you as a symbol." But basically, yeah, Rayleigh he's still around, but it's because they want him to be around. You know,
I mean, you mean Garp?
I mean, yeah, Garp. I don't know why I said Rayleigh. Garp, Garp. Yeah, basically Garp. He wanted to retire, but they're like, "Nah, we need you around." So yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So okay, yeah. Some people say the same thing about Rayleigh. Why they have him the weakest of the old man trio, because Rayleigh, he's been inactive the most between all of them. I argue Sengoku, because Sengoku, he was Flea Admiral, and that's basically a desk job. You're not seeing much action really. I'm pretty sure the most action Sengoku has seen. And this is me assuming, but I'm pretty sure the most action he has seen ever since he became Fleet Admiral is the war. With Marineford.
The Marineford War.
Yeah, I'm pretty and like ever since he became Fleet Admiral, I'm pretty sure that's the most he has seen. Because during the flashback with what's his name? Golden Line Shiki. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm pretty sure he was an admiral at that time, and Garp was vice. So that that's before him becoming Fleet Admiral. But so yeah, I argue that Sengoku between the three has seen less action, but that's just me. I'm okay with honestly the old man trio. They're like, since they're old, they're all roughly the same age. I think
They're decrepit. They're withering away.
yeah. They're. I think one of them is older. I'm not sure who, but I know one of them is 1 year old, and the others are like the same age. So because of that, I'm okay with whatever ranking wherever you place them, because like one YouTuber, another YouTuber watched King of Lightning. He says the old man trio, they're old and slow. So you should they're old and slow, so you should not put them this high. Like King will probably say this is too high for them. Like 15.
I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure they still have some use in them.
No, definitely. I agree. Definitely. Like there's some people they disrespect the old man trio, like King, and there's other people who they don't disrespect them. Like they give them their due diligence. Okay, now here's a question. Since you have them this high, right? So I have to ask. During Marineford War, do you think Garp could kill Akainu?
Okay, concerning the fact that Garp then became an admiral because he didn't want to work under the world nobles. Like that's concerning the fact that you're like Garp is actually admiral level. I'm not sure. Like,
well, I'm in the
probably.
What is it?
Probably.
I say he could have. Me, I'm in that party that I think he could have, and Sengoku did stop him, of course. But Garp was, the meme, like when someone holds you back, that means you're not really you're not really that guy. Like, oh, hold me back. Garp was like, Sengoku, hold me down. But I do think Garp, he could have, like, Garp with one good punch, like one good hockey punch, he could have killed Akainu at that moment. Okay.
True.
And then you said EM at 12. We already talked about that. And then you say, so Green Bull is your first admiral, right? The first one that you mentioned.
Yes. Like, he's the lowest of all the admirals, just for the simple fact that we don't know much about him. But like, if we're basing the fact, like, of what we've seen other admirals do, like, at least he has to be high, cause like being an admiral is no easy job. Like there are no slacks.
Okay, I agree with you, because some people they really disrespect the admirals. Like some people they view the OG admirals, so Akainu, Kizaru, and Okuji. They view them as a different pedestal as the new ones, like Green Bull and Fujitoro. Like they see them, they view them like they're two completely different levels. Like some people they have Green Bull and Fujitoro low, while the OGs they have them high. But I disagree. I think they're all in the similar level. Like, I don't know about you, but that's just me. So I agree with Green Bull being an 11, that high, Okay, so far so good. So good. So I guess I will go with my 15 to 11. So my number 15 is Sengoku, 14 Garp, and 13 Rayleigh, the old man trio. And then 12 I have Ben Beckman. I haven't heard no Beckman in your list. Do you forgot about Ben Beckman?
I mean, like, there's already enough. I'm guessing that's the first commander for Shanks, right?
Yeah, that's Shanks' first commander. Do you forgot about
like
him?
there's enough speculation in my list, so I decided against including Shanks' crew Because if not,
Okay.
like I would have just like that would have easily been like covering, I don't know, like 11 down, like at least like 5 of Shank, the pirate crew, like.
Okay. Okay. Well.
So I decided
Uh.
against it.
Okay. Fair because we haven't seen much really from Shanks's crew. But okay. So Beckman, he's my 12, right? And the reason why I
Okay.
have him, the reason why I included him in the list, because I didn't include Yasam neither Lucky Roo, which if I did, then my list would look a little bit different, you know.
Yeah.
But the reason why I included Beckman over those two is because Beckman he stopped Kizaru. That's enough. That's enough for me to place him on the list. You know, like and then also recently, I think it was recently. I'm not sure that Ola he mentioned that Shanks he's the sun, and Beckman he's the moon. So that's basically same thing with Roger and Rayleigh, same thing with Luffy and Zoro. So that's why I included him on the list, right?
Okay, so
Okay.
Ben Beckman is the Dark Lord. Okay.
Basically, he's basically the Dark Lord. And then number 11. Now here, number 11 is where I start my Admiral level characters. And you haven't heard this character yet, but it's the one and only Monkey D. Luffy. He's my number 11. He's a little bit higher than yours. Um
16.
yours was 16. I have him 11. Okay, so I guess I have to argue why I have him in 11. Okay,
Yeah.
so basically current Luffy. It's just Luffy. He like Luffy from the like whole cake to now. Like he has gone ridiculously strong. Like the
He
speed
got
that
a
this
growth spurt.
yeah the speed that he has gotten this strong is like insane. And right now he's have you read the latest chapter? I don't think so, right?
The one that came out today?
Yeah, the one that came out today.
Nope.
Okay, but it's not a spoiler because he has been doing this. But he's been fighting against Kylo 1-on-1 ever since Yamato left the roof.
Yeah.
So so ever since that, Luffy he's like I'm gonna say this now. Kid, neither Law, like Kid and Law, they're not doing that. They're not fighting against Kylo 1-on-1. So already off the bat, Luffy's like way above them, right? Current Luffy, I say he could beat Karakuri, which he struggled in Whole Cake, but current Luffy now he could do it. He could hold his he could fight Karakuri. Luffy, I say current Luffy, he's stronger than Garp. You know, like Garp he's old now. When Garp, I'm pretty sure now when Garp sees Luffy, he's going to say, you have grown. Like now you're no longer that brat. That used to be crying all the time. So I'm pretty sure Garp he's going to acknowledge that. And then since Luffy he's fighting against Kylo 1-on-1, granted he had a lot of help. The Scabbards, Zoro, Kid, Law, Killer, they helped out a lot. Yamato as well. But Luffy, I think he's at that point that he could fight against the Admirals. So that's why I have him in Admiral level. Those are for me. The Admirals are equally in strength. I don't know about you. Maybe I have a kind of well, I guess we get that when I get to the Admirals.
We'll get there when we get there.
We get that when get there. But basically, I'm saying the Admirals, they're like in similar level of strength. So even though I have Luffy as the lowest of the Admirals, since he's number 11, he's the first in that rank. I'm pretty sure he could like beat the Admirals. I just have him. I don't have him in my top 10 because I think once Wano is over, that's when he's in top 10 territory. But I'm just putting him at 11 because for now. But basically, I'm pretty sure midway through the year of this year, I'm pretty sure Luffy he will prove himself to be top 10 material. Some people, like I mentioned, some people have him at number 5. Some people have him I think at number 3. Those are, that's their opinion. It goes from what we've seen. But from what we've seen, I say he's 11. He's an Admiral level, so that's why I have him 11 above all these other characters. So I guess we'll go with 10 to 6, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So 10, Fujitora. Number 9, Borsalino. Number 8, my favorite Admiral, Mihawk. 7, Aokiji.
Wait,
And
wait, wait,
6,
wait, wait,
Akainu.
wait. Are you being serious? Mihawk is number 8.
Yes.
Okay, wait. So you said Mihawk number 8, right? Number
Yes, 7,
7.
Aokiji. And
Okay.
6, Akainu. And it's debatable. Like I'm saying that that's debatable.
Akainu and Okiji. That's what you're saying.
No, I meant like Mihawk being 8. Like Mihawk could easily be top like number 10, or it could be number like ahead of Akainu.
Oh,
But I
okay,
put him
okay.
in the middle of them because
Mhm.
I really wanted a cutoff point for Akainu Aokiji from the other admirals.
Okay.
Because, like, I'm not saying that they're necessarily stronger, but we have seen an impressive feat of them from Akainu and Aokiji, which was fighting 10 days straight. And the only reason Akainu is 6 is because he won against Aokiji.
That's true. That's
Like,
true.
a, like at least in that respect, we haven't seen anything that incredible from Borsalino and Fujitora.
Okay. Okay. So basically, these are like your Admiral level characters. Basically, these are like
Yes.
your. Okay. So since we have, okay, so I'm just gonna say it now. I also put Mihawk in Admiral level, but I put him I put him above the Admirals. I'm just saying that now. Like he's an
Okay.
Admiral level, but he's like, you know, he could easily beat the Admirals. I'm just saying that. Um, but Fuji number 10, that's okay. That's okay with me. Kizaru number 9, that's okay with me. I guess the only thing I kind of disagree with is Mihawk being, there in the middle. But I'm okay with that. I understand your viewpoints, And then
Yeah.
Aokiji and Akainu, I'm okay with that also. Some people they have Akainu as like top 3, top 5. What do you think about that?
I mean, the difference, like I have it on 6, like, and the difference from 5 to 6 isn't that much. Like, look at my list.
Okay,
I can see it. I can see it.
okay,
Cause
okay.
like an admiral's job is no easy task.
That's true. But what do you think about him being top 3? Because the people who put him top 3 is because they see there's a huge gap between him and the other admirals. So what do you think about that?
I mean, not that huge. Like, I can see there being a gap, but whoa, top 3, like that's just getting to Junko territory. Like,
Uh, there's
like
people
who's
there.
the emperors that he knocked off from the
Oh man, those lists are crazy. Those lists are crazy. I'm just gonna say that now. But yeah, there's people who say that Akainu he's Yonko level. There's people who, because their reasoning is because they think that the Marines they need at least one Marine character that could fight against a Yonko, like by themselves. So they say Akainu he's that character. He's that guy. I disagree. He's not that guy.
Not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Akainu he's not
You're
that
not
guy.
the guy. You're not that guy.
Yeah, he's not that guy. So 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 yeah, that's why I strongly disagree with that. I say there's a clear difference between Admiral and Yonko. Like there's a clear difference because they need everyone against an old man, an old sick Whitebeard. They need everyone for him. So
Yeah.
so imagine a Yonko like Big Mom and Kaido they're healthy, and people argue they're in the prime. I don't think they're in the prime. I think they're a little past their prime.
Yeah.
Like they're not old. They're not like old and weak like Rayleigh, but they're like between their prime and getting there to be old. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't. I think like a current Yonko, like Kaido and Big Mom, they're washing. They're washy in the Emerald. So that's
Yeah.
why I disagree with Akainu being Yonko level. But so far, yeah, I agree. Like I kind of agree with your ranking right here with the Admiral characters being this high, because there's people who really disrespect the Admirals, and there's people
Yeah.
who praise them, who overly praise the Admirals.
Yeah.
But okay, so I guess my 10 to 6 will be the Admirals. So Fujitora, not Fujitora. Number 10 is Green Bull. Number 9 Fujitora. Number 8 Kizaru. number 7 Aokiji, number 6 Akainu. So I have the emeralds right here.
Okay.
So now you haven't heard a specific swordsman. You haven't heard him yet. So but he's coming. He's coming.
I'm guessing where he's gonna place. Like I think you already told me actually right now.
Okay, yeah, pretty much. So I guess there's no disagree with that, right? About me placing the emeralds equal. Yeah. But man, there's some people who really disrespect the emeralds. Some people, they have Green Bull very low because we haven't seen much of him, blah blah blah. But he's the emerald. He does he's there for a reason.
I can understand putting him in the lowest of the emeralds because we don't know much about him. Like he hasn't been pulling his weight, but like it's not nepotism. Like it's not like his dad works for the Marines. He's gonna be admiral. Like no. Like that's in a position to laugh at. Like there's a reason he's there. Like we just haven't seen it yet.
There's actually now that you mentioned that, I remember I think the guy that mentioned Kizaru was the weakest admiral. I'm probably misremembering this, but I think he also mentioned that Fujitoro, the reason why he's in the Marines is because of a representation. They need a blind guy. they want to represent the disabled, so they had the Fujitoro, and they gave him the admiral position because of that. I'm not sure it's the same guy, but I know someone mentioned that, and that was insane. I'm like, you're really disrespecting the admirals if you think that. But yeah,
like when Dora's pulling his weight, all things considered.
Yeah, and then also something crazy about Green Bull is that he hasn't eaten for like I think 2 or 3 years. So that's also something crazy to consider. He hasn't eaten anything that long. So I guess that's also something like to talk about. So I guess now give me your top 5 then. Give me your top 5 strongest characters.
I mean, I think you're basing on predict the top 4, but like at least 5 is gonna be like the one that you're gonna debate me on.
Okay. Let me hear your number 5 then. Let me hear. Do you want to go one by one? Do you want to go one by one, or do you want to say your top 5 now?
Okay, I mean, if you want to be climactic, I guess, but like.
I guess let's go one by one. Let's see. What's your number 5?
Well, 5 we have the world's government's most dangerous criminal, Monkey D. Dragon.
Okay. I already mentioned why I don't have Dragon on my list because he hasn't done anything. And then King of Lightning, he mentioned when he was talking about his top 30, which I agree. I agree with this that he said I think he placed Dragon like in 6 or 7 around there. I don't remember. But the thing that caught my attention that I agree with is that he placed Dragon in the top 10 just because of like pity points, basically. Because of like you have to place him somewhere because honestly Dragon, he even though he hasn't done anything, but the things that he has done has been kind of disappointing because for example Jesus Burgess found the base, like their hidden base, and then Blackbeard, he came along with a few guild men, and then they ransacked the whole place, and then Dragon he had to dip, and then now he's in Kawabaka Kingdom, with Ivankov, and now he's like reading the newspaper and he's sweating because of what just happened. So he's in Kamabaka sweating because of whatever just happened. So because of stuff like that, like those little portrayals, honestly, I don't think Dragon he's that guy anymore. Like I think like even though I haven't placed him because he hasn't done anything, but the stuff that I've seen, where like I think it says a lot about his strength. Like he's like the most wanted man, in some translations he's the most wanted man, and others he's the most dangerous man in the world. But those like
even that like it's like in that case he's not like my reason is because it's not just anyone like that got that. Like question, he still has a bounty, right? Despite the fact
we don't know. We haven't seen his bounty.
We don't know. Okay.
We don't know.
Okay.
But but Sawa has a bounty, so that means he has a bounty. So
okay.
But Sawa's bounty. Do you know what's Saul's bounty?
I forgot.
We haven't seen it in the story. It was like in the SBS, although he mentioned it. Was like 600 something million. It's not even the billion. Not even close. Like
Okay.
not even close. So because of that, some people they view Sabo differently and Dragon, because if Sabo he's the right hand man of Dragon, right? And if Sabo's
Mm-hmm.
bounty is not even close to the billion, so I think Peril Sparrow has a higher bounty than Sabo. Like that's crazy to think about. That's crazy to think about. So
Yeah.
and Sabo he's been active like for many years, more than Luffy. He's been more active than Luffy. So because of that, I just think Dragon. Once we see him, he's not gonna be that guy. He's gonna be strong,
Yeah.
yeah, but he's gonna be strong,
Yeah.
yeah. Top
Yeah.
30 material maybe, hopefully, but he's not top 10 or top 5 in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Like I'm more like 5 is like I know it's being generous, but like it's purely speculative because I know for a fact like I doubt that he'll live up to this position.
yeah, that's true.
But
I agree.
like yeah, but if he's either the most wanted or the most dangerous, like he has to have like some kind of position here.
Now,
Like it,
go on.
yeah, yeah, like in that case, like has to be a reason why he's either wanted or dangerous, and why the Emeralds haven't dealt with him.
Okay.
So,
Since you mentioned that about the most wanted and most dangerous, I remember like years ago I saw a video about I think it was Tekken 101 who did this video. I'm not sure that he theorized why he thinks Dragon is the most wanted slash the most dangerous, and basically his conclusion was that a Dragon he's not strong per se. He's not like Yonko or Amuro level, but
okay,
since he's the only character in the series that actively goes against the world government's ideals, and like he's actively going against them. For the world government, that's a bigger threat than the Yonko, because the Yonko they're fine ruling the new world. Even though like they do want to become Pirate King, it just they're not actively going against the world government. Not like Dragon, that they're constantly fighting against the CP agents. They're constantly going up against the world government, trying to like stop the rule. So because of that alone, I think that's why he's the most wanted. Not because of strength, but because of the threat that the threat that he holds. Basically against the world government. And with that, I'm okay with that. What do you think about that?
yeah.
Okay. So I guess my number 5 is Mihawk. I already mentioned that. He's my strongest of the Emeralds. And then number 4 to 1 is my Yonko characters. So basically, Mihawk. The reason why I have him so high is because he's potentially he's Zoro's last opponent. Yeah, I say potentially because some people think that Shiryu was going to kill Mihawk, and so Zoro has to defeat Mihawk. And
Man, if that happens,
I
Shiryu's
mean,
gonna go way up in this list.
yeah. But remember, the Blackbeard pirates they don't fight. They fight dirty, So you gotta keep that in mind.
Like they're not against backhanded tactics. Yeah, true.
Yeah. So you gotta keep that in mind. But still though, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like this. They're going to have a little fight. They're gonna have a little tuffle here or there, and then like Shiryu pulls some trick, some dirty tactic, and he wins because of that. And then Zoro he has to fight Shiryu at the end. So but since Mihawk is Zoro's goal by the end of the series, so and by the end of the series I think this okay. So here's my take. What I think about the Straw Hats at the end of the series. I think by the end of the series, Luffy, of course, he's gonna be the strongest character in the verse. Like that's including, hopefully, that's also including like dead characters. Like Luffy, by the end of the series, he's gonna be stronger than Roger, stronger than Prime Whitebeard, and Rocks, and all these other characters. Right? Do you agree with that? Okay. And then Zoro and Sanji, they also have to be top 10 characters by the end of the series, because I view like the Pirate King crew, like a cut way above the rest. You know, a cut way above Yonko, because time and time again, characters like Jimbei, for example, he has mentioned
Mhm.
that the Pirate King crew, like for example, him against Big Mom, during
Mhm.
the tea party, that Big Mom is like, she's like trying to steal Jinbei's life or whatever, and Jinbei's like, no crew member of the Pirate King's crew will bow down to me or Yonko or something like that. So, that to
Yeah.
me, like shows that the Pirate King crew by the end of the series are like way a cut above the rest. By
Yes.
the end of the series, Zoro, Sanji, even Usopp and Jimbei, Yamato, I'm including Usopp in here also, they're gonna be top 30 characters fighting against Ambrose like they were nothing, you know. So, and I say Yamato, they include Yamato in that because
Yeah,
I
I think you
yeah
said Yamato. Yeah.
I also think Yamato would join the crew, and Jimbei,
Oh, okay.
of course, he's already in the crew, and also Usopp. But speaking about Usopp, do you think Usopp is gonna get conquerors eventually?
I mean, I mean, I mean.
Wait,
Has any of his lies mentioned him being a king or a conqueror?
yeah, recently, um,
Oh, really?
recently, yeah, this
Cause,
was
cause, cause I know
so
that there's the fact that there's this theory like that he has a couple lies pre-time skip before he joined the crew, and each one of them has become true, like
yeah,
except the one of the land of the giants, and that's because we haven't been there yet. So
yeah. I think every lie that Usopp has said has come true. I think most of
same.
them, most of his lies. Like for example, he always said he had like 8,000 men or whatever behind him, and then this Rosa he got those men. You know, he got
Yeah, with
and then
Straw Hat Fleet.
yeah, and then they started calling him God and all that, and then but yeah, basically almost every lie he has said come true. I'm not sure which one are the ones that haven't come through, but I know one of them is that recently. So it was Big Mom, Kid, and Law. They were fighting, right? They were fighting off screen, right? They were fighting the
Yeah.
area, but we were focusing on Usopp, Nami, Tama, and all the other characters. So
Yeah.
there were a bunch of beast pirates. They were like going to attack, I think Usopp, and then out of nowhere they got knocked out, right? And then Usopp,
Yeah, yeah, because those were the remnants of Big Mom's Conqueror's Hockey.
yeah, and but Usopp he says, oh, that was my Conqueror's hockey. Like he's like joking that was him. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So, this will be the second time that Oda has done that joke in Wano, because the first time was Brooks, with Zoro, that Onigashima was shaking, and this one when Kaido was lifting Onigashima, so
Mhm.
Onigashima was shaking, and then Brooks says to Zoro, "Yo, Zoro, you could use Conquerors," and Zoro's like, "No, what are you talking about?" So that's the first time, and then the second time was with Usopp, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then good thing not speaking of, speaking of Zoro, good thing Zoro doesn't know that Brooks was black. Yeah. Yeah. I think Usopp. I think with Usopp, Zoro, I think he still has a grudge, because what happened with Ennis and Water 7, just saying. But
Yeah.
yeah. But so yeah, that's why I have Mihawk so high. There's some Mihawk. There's a couple Mihawk haters I follow, like Patrice. I don't know if you know Patrice in Twitter. He's I think
Doesn't ring a bell.
I think he's Canadian and he knows French. I think, and he's black. That's and he's a Zoro hater. Well, not much of a Zoro hater. It's just he hates the Zoro fanboys.
Oh, okay.
Like every time with the Zoro fanboys they tweet something dumb, he screenshots the tweet, and then next to it he puts an image of Falcon. Falcon from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the actor.
Uh-huh.
What's his name? Anthony Mackie.
Oh, Anthony
So
Mackie doing
yeah,
that grin face.
doing the face. You know what face I'm talking about. So
Just the one like he's like holding his lap and just smiling.
yeah. So he has like a bunch of images of Anthony Mackie doing those faces. So every time when a Zoro fanboy, one of their theories is probably wrong or they just tweet something dumb, and later on the story it gets debunked. So he gets that tweet, the screenshot, and he puts Anthony Mackie right next to it. So it's hilarious. Every time what he does is hilarious. But also he's also a huge kid fanboy. Now you know we
Oh,
well, like kid fanboys. I say kid fanboys, they're a different breed. They're a different breed than Zoro fanboys. I mean, they're both different. They're both different because kid fanboys, they're seeing
they're
something kid that
masochists.
they're seeing something in kid that we don't see. Like I saw this tweet yesterday. What was it? I bookmarked it. Let me look up real quick. I bookmarked it because I'm like, I'm going to mention this in the video because it was just hilarious. It was hilarious. So let me look up. It was one of the recent tweets. Let me see. Okay. So someone tweeted this tweet. Basically he's saying that by the end of Wano, Luffy's gonna be over Mihawk. Do you agree with that?
Oh, repeat again?
So this random guy tweeted that by the end of Wano, so when Wano ends, Luffy is gonna be over Mihawk.
No, it's too soon.
Okay, you disagree. Okay, and then this kid fanboy that I follow, Gio, he tweeted, how he beating Mihawk, he gotta worry about Kid. He's saying that Luffy has to worry about Kid first, and then the original guy says Kid gotta worry about Usopp, which I agree. But just if Kid he wants to fight, just give him Frankie. Just give him Frankie. If the kid pirates they want to have a fight against the Straw, just give him Frankie, and Frankie he will be enough. He will be enough for the.
And actually, we will give him an advantage considering Kid has magnetism. So
I know, but still.
Like that's quite a handicap.
That's a huge handicap, but it's enough. It's enough for me. Like King of Lightning, he also said this, that by the end of the series, or currently, not even by the end of the series, he says currently, the Straw has Zoro, Sanji, Jimbei, and let's throw in Yamato because he may join the crew. Those four characters, by themselves, they could defeat any of the Supernova's crew, including their captains, by themselves, currently. Which
like the entire crew?
Yeah, by themselves. I agree.
Okay.
I strongly agree because in every crew it's only the captain except Kid's crew, but most of the crews it's only the captains who are like the strongest character. Like in Kid's crew is Kid and Killer, since Killer he's a supernova. But everyone else's crew, like, okay, name me three lost crewmates. Like, give me their names. 3 of lost crewmates.
Like, not even strong. Just name.
Yeah. Yes, name. Yes, give me a name. 3 to see if you know.
I mean, you're asking the worst. Like, this is the worst question you could ask me. But okay. Beppo.
Okay.
Trafalgar the Law.
No. Like his crewmates. Not lost.
Okay, not including himself. Okay. Yeah, I forgot.
Okay, so I could give you 4, because these are the only 4 we know. That's why I could give you 4. So we got Beppo, Sashi, Penguin, and John Bark. Those are the only ones we know. And honestly, Beppo, he's the vice captain, and Beppo, he's nowhere near Zoro's level. He's nowhere, like, I'm pretty sure Usopp could be Beppo, you know, or Nami, or like, you know, Robin, all that.
Yeah.
So, but then Kid's crew, we know Killer, Heat, Wire. Yeah, I think that's about it. I'm pretty sure there's someone else, but those are the names I know. So, and then Capone's crew, we have I guess there's what's her name, Chiffon. Was she married into the crew? There's Ngati, I think, and the other guy. so you know, like, it just although he really didn't focus on Luffy's rivals,
The Supernovas as much, like as in their crews,
Yeah. I don't know if you know about this fact, but Oda, he mentioned that he included the Supernovas last minute. He made them all up last minute because
okay.
I think it was his editors, or I think it was Oda. Someone told can you add more characters into Saboli or whatever? And Oda's like, okay, sure. And he made all the supernovas last minute. Like he designed, he named them like everyone last minute. But here's the crazy part.
Like including Law.
Yeah, everyone last minute.
Bro, like, and Law had like a big story presence. Wow.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. And then, but here's another crazy part. That even though he made all of them last minute, I want to focus on Drake for a little bit.
Drake,
Because Drake, he's a secret marine. That we learned about that. But if you get Drake's bounty when he got introduced, that was like 200 something million. If you get his bounty, because I don't know if you're aware of this, Oda, he loves to do wordplay with the bounties. I don't know if you're aware of it. Like, for example, like my theory for Luffy's final bounty is going to be 5.6 billion, right? That's going to be over Roger's, which is 5.5 billion, right? And the reason why I think it's going to be that specifically is because Luffy's numbers are 56, because his fruit is 56. Gomu Gomu. It means 5. It means 5-6, and that's why I think.
Yeah, Japanese love those number wordplays. Yeah.
Yeah. Although he loves those wordplays, and then so with the bounties, although he loves to do wordplay, like I think Whitebeard means Whitebeard. I'm pretty sure his bounty means Whitebeard. And then Shanks also means, I think it means red hair or whatever. But Drake's means false bounty. His means false bounty. And that was when he got when he got introduced. And Oda made these characters last minute. So I'm pretty sure even though he made them last minute, I'm pretty sure he had the idea way before, like, oh, it'd be cool there was a character who was like a fake pirate, he's like, oh, let's make Drake. Because Drake, he's based after Sir Francis Drake,
Yeah.
And then
the famous English pirate.
Yeah, and he was what was he? Well, he was he had a title, like Sir Francis Drake. He was basically a real life warlord. He was a pirate that was working for the Marines.
Yeah, exactly. Like he was actually one of those pirates that were actually hired by the government. Yeah.
So it makes sense that Oda, he named Drake after the real life like warlord basically, and he's basically a pirate working for the. He is a Marine pretending to be a pirate, but everyone thinks he's a pirate, and that that's really cool. And then something that another fun fact about Drake. Well, that's something that I realized recently. His name is Drake, right? Mm-hmm. And then in mythology, a Drake is a dragon without wings, right? And Drake, he ate the dragon fruit model. What was it? He's not T-Rex. He's not T-Rex.
Yeah, no, it's not T-Rex. I think, was it Allosaurus?
Yeah, I think it was an Allosaur. That's what I'm thinking right now. So it's like a little fun fact though. It's cool. Although he named him Drake, he gave him a dragon fruit, a dragon without wings, and in mythology, Drakes are dragons without wings. So I'm like, okay, that's really cool. Although even though this is something I love about Oda. Even though he made these characters last minute, he came up with a bunch of stuff like for these characters.
Yeah.
And then speaking about Law and Kid, Oda also mentioned recently. Also keep in mind, everything when I say recently, I mean like years ago. So he mentioned that he had a lot of plans for Kid. He apparently he had a lot of plans for Kid, but because of weekly schedule, because every week they do a chapter or whatever. So because of the weekly schedule, he changed plans and he basically focused more on Law than Kid. Like his plans was to focus more on Kid than Law, but because of schedule, I guess he changed his minds and he focused on Law more.
Wow.
So there's a universe out there that instead of us trash talking Kid, we trash talk Law. Because instead of Dressrosa with Law, it's Dressrosa with Kid. Like Kid, he had his Don Flamingo flashback and all that. It's crazy to think about, but yeah, that's something interesting to point out. So now let's go back to the list. Let's finish this.
We got a bit sidetracked.
Yeah, we got a bit sidetracked. So you're number 4. Who's your number 4?
Well, of course it's a Yonko.
It better be a Yonko because
it's Kobe, man. It's Blackbeard.
Okay. Makes sense. I think. Wait. I don't know if you were hearing me, but it makes sense. I think. Yeah, Blackbeard is also my number 4. So why do you? Okay, some people they have Blackbeard as number 1. What do you think about that?
Oh no, no, no. Like I can see the reason because he has 2 double fruits technically. Like he has the quake, he has the yami no mi. That's how it's called, right?
Yeah, Yami Yami
Oh,
and Guro Guro.
okay. Like like which is unheard of. Like relatively in One Piece. Like so far he's the only one alive that uses 2 double fruits, right?
You currently, yeah, he's the only living
Yeah,
character that
cause
has 2 Devil Fruits. Yeah.
Yeah, cause like there were some people that like there was a character that mentioned like there's some people that have special bodies, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Blackbeard is one of them.
but
But I think Blackbeard is the only one they mentioned that he has a special body.
yeah, um, I can see that, but like I don't know, like we barely like like he has a presence, cause like with all those shenanigans, like with Jesus Burgers, Indris Rosa with the his crew messing up with dragons affairs. Like he has a presence, but from him himself, I don't know. Like I see him as a glass cannon. Like he's strong, but like I don't know. Like physically, I don't see him that strong. Like he's
Eh,
Jonko, don't get me wrong, but like of all the 4, like I guess he like I don't know. Like he's still a chick. Like compared with all the roosters and hens here.
Okay. Interesting. You point out that he's a glass cannon. I think you're the first person who mentions Blackbeard as a glass cannon. Which now I'm thinking about, yeah, because he has 2 strong Devil Fruits, you know, but it's a fact that Blackbeard he takes double the damage because of his dark fruit. He absorbs double the damage because of that. But have you heard? Okay, I'm pretty sure you heard the theory that Blackbeard he actually has a 3rd Devil Fruit currently.
I think I don't know where I saw it. Like I think I saw like some Photoshop image of him being a Soen.
Yes, you're right. And the now this was one of the oldest One Piece theories that Blackbeard he actually has 3 Devil Fruits, and the 3rd he got it before the Yami Yami. The 3rd fruit is actually the Cerberus fruit. So like the dog fruit model Cerberus.
Oh, okay.
And then you know why people say he already has 3 and why the Cerberus and all that.
Because it would imply like for each head there's a double fruit.
Yeah, basically, and also all the you know the Jolly Rogers they represent the crew, especially the captain. But you know
Yeah, it has 3
yeah,
skulls. Yeah,
it
yeah,
has
yeah.
3 skulls, and then now this is the like I said, this is one of the oldest One Piece theory. But recently, and this time when I say recently, I actually mean recently, someone did a video about saying why he thinks it's not the Cerberus, but in fact it's like a kraken. So what do you think about the kraken?
I mean, to be fair, like there's different like interpretation for the Kraken. So, like it's possible, but like we don't know with Oda, specifically with how kings and queens zone abilities were. Like,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
like these are how they're
that's
these
hilarious.
are
That's hilarious. The thing
like
about
these are how
Queen and King,
pterodactyls hunted in the past,
it's true.
playing
It's true.
Angry Birds with their necks.
It's true though. It's true though. Like how you like, growing up, well, like growing up, you know, I really like the pterodactyl because of that. I'm like, oh, that's a cool way to hunt, you know. Nah, but seriously, uh, so this is why because it's a really good theory why he ate the kraken fruit and not the Cerberus fruit. So so just like the Cerberus, you know, Cerberus has 3 heads, right? So the kraken
Yeah,
or octopuses, you know, like octopi or whatever, they have 3 hearts.
yeah.
So
Oh,
each heart is a fruit, right? So he ate the kraken, and then he ate the yami yami, and then the guro guro, right? And then also we have seen the kraken in One Piece, but you know the kraken, well, because of Surume, but the kraken, you know, it's like
it's
you know
just an overgrown octopus.
Yeah, but it's a it's a it's a mythical creature that's very tied
Yeah,
to pirate lore and all that, right?
yeah, yeah.
So I think it makes sense if Blackbeard, that people argue, I also argue that he's one of the final villains in the series. So
It makes sense because he's Luffy's foil. Like,
yeah, he's Luffy's foil, and also
yeah.
his current beard looks like tentacles, like his current beard. The sense, and then also Blackbeard always has three. He always has three guns. Like in his beard he has like three ponytails or whatever. So the Blackbeard is
So
with three, right?
so there's a lot of numerology related with tree with him.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, numerology. And then the skull, like we mentioned, it has three skulls, right? So one for each fruit, right? But something like all these years, I've been asking myself, why does he has 8 bones in his
Yeah,
skull?
like,
And then when this guy brought out the theory about him eating the kraken, I'm like,
oh,
it
eight
all makes
bones,
sense.
8 tentacles.
And
Okay.
I'm like, it all makes sense. Oh, he ate the kraken fruit. Okay, it makes sense now. And then also his boat. Do you remember his boat? How it looks like?
I know how weird design. Like it looked like an it in in a huge raft.
Yeah,
Like it looked
basically.
like
It's just
it looked like a fire ship and looked more like a raft. Yeah.
yeah, it was a big giant raft, right? So, so the dude who made this video meant this theory. He mentioned that the reason why he has a raft is because if he needs to transform into the Kraken's gonna be huge, right? So he just goes into the water, transforms into the Kraken. Like yeah, he cannot swim, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, it just we haven't seen Kaido in the water, right? But since Kaido he wants to kill himself, why not drown? Well, why don't you just drown, right? But maybe the fish stones like Kaido's fruit and directly the Kraken fruit. Maybe you cannot swim, but at least you could float. Let's
Yeah.
right.
Like you don't drown. Like,
You don't drown, but you cannot move either. But at least you could
yeah.
float.
Yeah.
So, but you could use the devil fruit on the water also. Luffy has done it a couple of times, and other devil fruit users has done it also. So at least we know that. So if Racker does has a Kraken fruit, he could use it on water. It's just he's not gonna be as strong and he's not going to be as mobile, but he still could use it. So that was the guy's why he thinks why he has a raft and not like an actual boat because of that fruit. And then also, okay, here's about Blackbeard's like personality, because although he loves to give fruits, depending on the character's personality. Like Don Flamingo, he's manipulative. He likes to control people in the shadows and all that. That's why he has the
Yeah,
string
yeah.
fruit. Now, Blackbeard, he's very what's the word? Opportunistic, right?
Yes.
He likes to hide. He likes to pretend he's not that strong. So camouflage.
He likes to hide in the shadows.
He likes to hide in the. He likes to camouflage. Octopuses, they do that. That's like one of their main abilities. They like to they camouflage. So
They're
Blackbeard,
also very cunning and smart as well.
that's true. And Blackbeard, Oda mentioned that his Blackbeard favorite pastime is to learn about history. Like so he's actually smart. He's actually smart. He just pretends that he's not. So and then he's the other crazy thing. Do you remember during the olden flashback that Shanks and Boogie, they were talking about Blackbeard, and they brought up that Blackbeard hasn't slept throughout the times that they were fighting.
Huh.
Do you remember that?
No, but like it sounds familiar. Yeah.
Okay, and then so now I'm going deep with this one. I'm going back to Drum Island with this one. So in Drum Island, Luffy and Sanji, they were having this random conversation about people who lives in snowy areas, right? Because they were in Drum and it snowed, so they were just talking about that. And Luffy being Luffy, he brought up that people who lives in the snowy places, they don't sleep, right? And Sanji, Luffy being Luffy, and Sanji is like, of course they do. Why do you think they don't sleep? And Luffy says because they will die if they go to sleep because of the cold, right? Luffy being Luffy. Now that was just a quick conversation. Blink if you missed it, So
Uh huh.
now we found out do because of although he loves to draw every characters at little kids, right? And he did the same thing for Blackbeard. He did this. I think it was for Film Z. Like if you watch Film Z and you watch the credits, we see a bunch of characters as kids, and Blackbeard was one of them. So Blackbeard, he lived from what we could see from what we could see in the drawing. He grew up in a snowy place. It was snowing, and he was looking up on the moon, and it was snowing. He was sad or whatever. He was lonely. So now,
okay, I think I'm seeing that picture right now.
okay, so now because of the Boogie comment, it was Boogie who mentioned it, not Shanks. Shanks was like, "What are you talking about? That's just insane." But Boogie was like, he hasn't slept. And then now because people been going back to that conversation with Sanji and Luffy, like, okay, that's weird. That although he's connecting these two completely random events, with the thing that Boogie said about he hasn't slept, and the thing about Luffy saying that people in the snow, they don't sleep. Now, this is how we connect this to the Kraken. In mythology, the Kraken, they live in cold places, right? If I'm correct, like in the north, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a way to tie it back to Blackbeard not sleeping. Now here's another way to tie it back to him not sleeping. According to the guy in the video, octopus, they could sleep, like they could just sleep for 3 seconds, and that's enough for them. So Kraken, Blackbeard with the Kraken fruit, he could do the same thing. He just sleeps for 3 seconds. That's enough for him, and he could go for he could start scheming for the rest of the day, whatever. So, and then also the other thing, he pointed out that the shadows, the thing about the darkness, it looks like ink, black ink. So maybe he's combining the abilities there. What else? I think that right now that's all I'm thinking. Also. I just thought about something else. I just remember something else. That octopuses, they feel twice the pain because of all the cells they have, all that. So that's another thing. Blackbeard in his base form, he was complaining that he felt a bunch of pain. So Blackbeard, he's like, because of the Yami, because of the Kraken, he feels more pain than anyone in the series. So that's
he doesn't feel double pain. He technically feels like quadruple. Technically.
Yeah, quadruple. So it stacks up. So what you saying? Him being a glass cannon could be more accurate, like even more accurate if he also ate.
That's why I initially thought.
Yeah, like it will be even more crazy. So and then also Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, you mentioned Kraken, like. Yeah, that's the first part that I thought of. Davy Jones, he's still a Pirate of the Caribbean interpretation.
Yeah. So it will be really cool. Like, imagine Blackbeard in his hybrid. He has like the David Jones face going on, and then he has the Goro and the Yami. It will be really cool.
Yeah.
So I also have Blackbeard number 4, and we already talked about a bunch about Blackbeard. Basically, same thing as you. I don't have him. I have him number 4 because he's a Yonko, right? And he's the newest of the Yonko, if you don't include Luffy. Yeah, because some people they say, oh yeah, Luffy, he's already Yonko level. Which in one of my live reactions, I did mention that. I did mention that, Luffy, because of the clash that he did with Kaido, he's Yonko level, whatever. But going back on it now, thinking about it, yeah, he did the clash, and that's like Yonko level. The clash I'm talking about, that he split the skies. I don't know if you remember that with Kaido. Yeah. Basically, only Yonko characters have done that in the series. So, like, no Admiral, no one else has done it. So, because of that, I'm like, okay, Luffy, he's Yonko level. But look, thinking about it now, yeah, he did that, but that doesn't mean he could one-on-one against a Yonko. Yonko level characters are like people who could one-on-one against another Yonko. And Luffy, he still needs a little bit of help, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, basically Blackbeard, he's eventually he will be up there. Eventually he will be like top 2 or even top 1. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but currently
the future is yet to be seen.
Yeah. So currently number 4. So who's your number 3? We're already in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to guess your number 3 is Big Mom, right?
Correct. Charlotte Linlin herself.
Okay, yeah. I also have Big Mom number 3. Well, let me hear your thoughts. Why you put her? Do you think
I mean,
her and Kaido are interchangeable or not?
I wouldn't say interchangeable. Like, I'm pretty sure like Kyle will come out, out on top, but like don't underrate Big Mom. Like don't underestimate her. Like better said, like she's insane, and that's not even including her double threat ability. Like her Conqueror's hockey, like she's hit. Like remember that panel from Whole Cake Island, like Luffy Gear 4, and she didn't even punch. Like it was just an elbow
She blocked.
strike against.
She blocked with her elbow.
Yeah,
That was enough. That was enough to cancel Gear 4. You know.
yeah, and the Conqueror's hockey like interaction,
Yeah,
insane.
yeah. I agree. If Taekwondo, he argued that what was it? Luffy. I mean, I think it's because of that. That Luffy he took the elbow. So since Capone he got punched by Big Mom, so that means Capone he's stronger than Luffy. I think something like that, something crazy like that. Yeah, that's just Taekwondo. But anyway, Big Mom though, yeah, Big Mom. I agree. Number 3. I do say. Okay, but okay, who's your number 2?
Kaido.
Okay, so same thing. So I'm guessing your number 1 Shanks.
Say, of course.
No, of
It's
course.
not gonna be Kobe.
No, I hope that it wasn't Kobe, but okay. So now since we have our top 3, okay. So I say Big Mom and Kaido they're interchangeable because I say they're similar strength. They were clashing, like this is before the race started. You know they were clashing. They were splitting the skies. They have
Yeah.
they have roughly Big Mom. She has more experience than Kaido because during the Rocks flashback, Kaido was a rookie while Big Mom she was already an established pirate. But even still, I still say they're interchangeable. Maybe Kaido, you could argue that Kaido he's slightly above Big Mom. But which I'm okay with that since I do have Kaido number 2, Big Mom number 3. But still, I still see them as interchangeable. And also, since now we're talking about Big Mom and the top 3 all that. Do you think Law and Kid they're going to do anything against Big Mom? Do you think they're going to defeat her, or do you think that something is going to happen that the fight is going to be interrupted and they're not going to continue the fight? What do you think is
Like
going to
if they
happen?
want to live, they have to run away.
Okay, that's true. Okay.
But like I'm pretty sure like she's so they're like right now isn't Big Mom enraged? Like there's no food. Like she's going to tantrum mode. She stole the souls of all those Beast Fire crew members. Um, like she gave life to other crap. I don't even remember. Like it needs an interruption.
Yeah, okay, I agree. Because Big Mom Big Mom she stole the life of a bunch of Beast Pirate members and she gave it to the steel beams that kid did. The steel beams.
Oh yeah.
So she
Like to all
gave
the magnetic objects. Yeah.
she gave life to those steel beams, and because of that nothing happened with the kid attack, with the awakening attack, and then she got 1 year of her life, right? And she consumed it and she became bigger and stronger. So that's the first time we seen her do anything like that. Because when she got 1 year of her life, I thought she was going to create a new homie right there, like a new Napoleon, or Prometheus, like one of the gods, a new god or whatever, or another,
a Poseidon.
yeah, or another historical figure like Napoleon, but I thought she was going to go crazy like that, but no, she just made herself stronger, which is also impressive. So because of that, I think they're not gonna do anything against Big Mom. They're just going to stall her a little bit until like something happens that interrupts the fight, which I don't know what is gonna be that thing. Like
maybe the explosion.
Maybe the explosion. I really don't know. Because although he could go with any route. But what do you think? Okay, now what do you think? How would you react if Law and Kid does defeat Big Mom? how would you react to that?
I'm like, my first thought would be like, am I reading Two Piece?
Yes, yes. That will also be my first. You know what? Since you mentioned that, if that does happen, I will probably make an edit in Photoshop and then put Two Piece and like post it somewhere online or whatever. Because yeah, I will agree. There's Two Piece, yeah. But if it does happen, I'm
Like,
like, go on, go on.
like, but if it's Ola, like, there has to be like a justification.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Like, like, like if they do win, it's not because of their own skill. Like it's that plus something else. So there's some interruption happen that's to their benefit.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
I agree. What did some people argue? Some people argue that although he really doesn't cares about the strength of the characters, like everything is just portrayal. Like if he wants this character to look good, well, he will just make that character win the fight. So for example, in the Law and the Kid situation, since although he probably wants Law and Kid to look good, so he will probably make them win the fight. What do you think about that?
I don't know. One thing is making them look good, one and another is like doing BS. Like that's some Deus Ex
Yeah,
Machina
yeah, I
type thing.
agree. I agree. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense for Law and Kid to beat Big Mom right now, because Luffy has mentioned time and time again that after Kaido he's going after Big Mom, which people think is going to happen in Elbaf. That's when they're going to fight and meet up.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I also agree. Something's going to happen. Big Mom, she leaves she leaves Wano. And then Kaido, yeah, Kaido number 2 makes sense. World's strongest creature, land, sea, and air. He always bet on Kaido. Some people they have Kaido's number 1. What do you think about that?
I mean, I can understand because we haven't like in our cases like we haven't seen much of Shanks. Like we've seen more of Kylo than Shanks. Like I can like I wouldn't agree with it, but I can understand it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like Shanks
I
is a
also
very mysterious figure.
yeah, that's right. I also agree with that we see more of Kylo than Shanks, but the little bit that we see of Shanks, it shows me that yeah, he is a cut above the rest. He is that guy. He is that guy because he stopped the war. He showed up. Ben Beckman stopped Kizaru. Kizaru, he's like otototo. Like you haven't seen the anime. You haven't seen the anime, right? You just read the manga. Okay, so
Yeah,
but Kizaru, who's like otototo, and Beckman, he's like don't move Kizaru, and then Kizaru's like oh Beckman, he was sweating for Beckman, and then the ultimate chapter, that's the chapter. I forgot the number, but the ultimate chapter is the chapter where we learn about the Yonko bounties. And that chapter, Shanks, he has the lowest bounty, well, not including Blackbeard, but he has the lowest bounty of the Yonkos, not including Blackbeard. His is 4 billion. Blackbeard is like 2 billion. But and Big Mom and Kaido, they have like 5 billion, I think. I don't remember. No, I think they have 4 billion. And then Roger and Whitebeard, they were 5 billion. So even though his is the lowest compared to the Big Mom and Kaido, I think the reason why his is that low is because Shanks, he's a pacifist. He really doesn't. Yeah. He doesn't goes around and fights against a bunch of random nations or a bunch of random Marines or whatever. He's not looking for trouble.
Like he isn't villainous like Big Mom and Kaido.
Yeah, I agree. So I think that's why his bounty is relatively low compared to Big Mom and Kaido. But he also, on his way to Marineford, he stopped Kaido. Now some people the Shank haters, they say that he told Kaido like, yo Kaido, I'm going to snitch to the girls, say if you do something, so don't do anything. Those are the Shanks haters. But some people say that maybe Shanks convinced Kaido to not attack Marineford because maybe Shanks, he told Kaido that Joy Boy, he's going to come out of this war. That's a theory that I heard recently. Because Kaido, from what we could tell, he's been looking for Joy Boy. because he thought he was gonna be Joy Boy, but then eventually somewhere around somewhere around his history or whatever, he realized he's not Joy Boy, right? So maybe he's looking for the next Joy Boy, and during the Luffy fight, he's like, you couldn't be Joy Boy either. But maybe Shanks told Kaido that Joy Boy he's going to come out of this war, and maybe that convinced Kaido to not intervene in the war, maybe. Or the route that I want to go is that Shanksy just baby shook Kaido and the crew, and he just went to the Marine Fort and he stopped the war. That's my route. That I would like to. I hope Oda does, but him convincing Kaido also makes sense because like we mentioned, he's a pacifist. He will prevent a fight if he needs to. Okay, so to wrap things up, let's.
Yeah, I'm starting to get hungry. Yeah.
Yeah. So to wrap things up, just name your list again from 30 to 1. I will do the same thing, and then I guess let's call it a day. So you just quickly name your top 30, and I will do the same.
Okay, start from 30. I have Weeble, Kid La Lucci, Sabo the Flamingo, Queen, Sanji, King, Marco, Yamato, Zoro, Shiryu, Katakuri, Luffy, Rayleigh, Sengoku Garp, Im, Green Bull, Fujitora, Borsalino, Mihawk, Aokiji, Akainu, Dragon, Blackbeard, Big Bomb, Kaido, and Shanks.
Okay. Honestly, between a bunch of lists that I've seen, I say yours is pretty solid. I guess we agree on some things, and others, I guess we don't. But like Sanji, you're disrespect. I'm gonna say now you're disrespecting Sanji, my boy Sanji. But it's okay. Hopefully, okay. Do you think eventually they won't be equals? Like, when do you think they're going to be, like, at least Zoro stronger, Sanji just below him? When do you think that's going to happen?
Oh no, the Zoro's aiming to be like the right hand man. Like I can see Zoro surpassing Sanji like a bit, like a wee bit. Like if you were to rank him like the Straw Hat Crew, like 1, 2, 3, like Zoro 2, Sanji 3. But like at most, I can see Sanji being equal, like not surpassing Zoro.
Yeah, of course. I'm not one of those people. There's people who think Sanji surpassed Zoro, which I don't agree. That's never going to happen. That's never going to happen because although he loves to portray Luffy being the strongest, Zoro being the second strongest, and Sanji being the third strongest. That's how Oda loves to portray the monster trio. Actually, something that we didn't brought up. Okay, so I guess it will be the last discussion. I will say my top 30. So something that we didn't brought up. You have Yamato over Sanji. I'm seeing your list right now.
Yes.
And so if Yamato joins the crew, so you saying Yamato is gonna be stronger than Sanji?
I mean, we're still haven't seen like Sanji like develop like he's still developing these powers, like quote unquote powers that he has.
Okay, I see.
Like, and Yamato is pretty strong out the gate. Like,
yeah, that's true. So I see your point. But some people are joking. Some people have been joking that, which is true. I did notice this when they brought this up, that every time when a strong character joins the Straw Hat, they get weaker. It's like basically when the boss of the game joins your party in an RPG, and like they're like weaker because Frankie. If I don't know if you remember Frankie. During
Frankie
Water
was a boss.
During Water 7. During Water 7, like Frankie. Like Cuddy Flam, Cuddy Flam was insane. But then we got Frankie.
No, we had to go farther. I think like Nico Robin was a complete menace.
Nico Robin was also built different. She was also built different. So like basically every time when an enemy joins the crew, like they just get weaker. Like they just seem to be weaker. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. Like, 'cause Robin, Frankie, and then Jimbei was a former warlord, and now even though he baby shook who's who, I think he baby shook some people took Jimbei out their list because of the who's who fight, because they were disappointed with how Jimbei fought. I'm like, nah, I think Jimbei was very impressive during the who's who fight. But anyway, So if Yamato does join, people are saying, "Oh, she's just going to get weaker." Maybe because that's how Oda has done it. You know?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But okay. So now I guess I will say my top 30, and then we call it a day. Maybe final thoughts, and then we let's wrap this up. All right. So my number 30 is Kid, 29 Law, 28 Lucy, 27 Sabo, 28 Boa, 25 Jimbei, 24 Weeble, 23 Don Flamingo, 22 Kid, 21 Marco, then 20 is Yamato, 19 is Sanji, 18 is Zoro, Shiryu the Rain 17, Karakuri 16, Sengoku 15, Garp 14, Rayleigh 13, number 12 Beckman, number 11 Luffy, number 10 Green Bull, number 9 Fujitora, number 8 Kizaru, number 7 Aokiji, number 6 Akainu, and then number 5 Mihawk, number 4 Blackbeard, number 3 Big Mom, number 2 Kaido, and number 1 Shanks. So that's my list, and that's my friends list also. And actually, I have one more question. So have you read Record of Ragnarok?
No, but I've been meaning to.
Okay, so anyway, no spoilers. Well, I sent you the list of the characters. I remember that. And in that list, they mentioned Buddha. He's one of the characters. So, no spoilers, but no spoilers because I haven't read the fight, so I cannot really talk. But from what I heard, people are hoping that whatever Buddha did in his fight, it will be cool if Sengoku does the same. So I haven't read the fight, so I don't know what Buddha did. But it would be cool since Sengoku, he ate the Buddha fruit. So it would be cool. Everything that people are saying, if Sengoku does what Buddha did in his fight, people will consider putting Sengoku higher. And I'm like, okay.
I mean,
what?
funny you say that, like, cause Im, like I think the Japanese name for Im, like the kanji or hiragana, actually spell out Buddha.
Really?
So
They know.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to look at the wiki. I think I saw that, but like something along those lines.
Because I know, well, I don't claim to know Buddhism that well, but like in Naruto there's the 6 paths, and the Zoro, he also has the every like most of Zoro's strongest attacks are like references to Buddhism, so it would be cool if basically like the 6 path, like Sengoku using the 6 paths. I don't know how would that look like, but it would be really cool. Because a bunch of series, like Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, the strongest character, like the strongest old man, they always have like a Buddha ability. Like Netero, he had the Netero, he had that. Which
like
I know
1,000 fist thing.
Yeah, and which I know it's not a Buddha because it's a different deity. Which but still it's similar. It's golden.
It's similar, yeah. Like it's still like a huge golden statue of the deity.
Yeah. Which fun fact actually, I saw a video like a couple of years ago, I guess, about talking about Netero on that, and something interesting that I didn't notice is that Netero, or I guess I forgot, the Netero's Nen ability thing, right? It's a statue of this deity, right? And that the deity, she's like merciful, she's very merciful. And that Netero, he's the complete opposite of the deity, and then and that the deity is actually crying. The statue, it's interesting. Like, I didn't notice that since Netero, he's like the complete opposite of that deity, so it's interesting that his Nen ability manifested in the statue crying. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I didn't notice that, but that's like a little tangent. But and then and then in Naruto, you don't. I know you haven't read Naruto, but
No, I haven't.
Yeah. But you know about the Hokages, right? You're familiar with that term?
Yeah.
So
They're the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, they're the Mount Rushmore. Yeah. So one of the Hokages in the Mount Rushmore, he has jutsu, the way he fights with wood, right? And one of his abilities is that he creates this big giant wooden statue of like a Buddha or whatever. So basically Netero but wood. And I think way more bigger than Netero also, now I think about it. But it would be cool if Sengoku does something similar, in the future. But I guess that's our final thoughts. Anything you have to say? Final thoughts for you?
Nah, man. I don't think so, nah.
Okay. So yeah, like I mentioned, your list is pretty solid. What do you think about my list? Is it solid? Is it trash?
Pretty great, not gonna lie.
Okay. Thanks.
Pretty great.
Thanks. Let's see. What is your prediction for next year? Well, by next year I mean this year. By the end of this year, what's your prediction for this year? By the end of this year.
Like maybe Sanji rising up, like depending on how he develops. At least in my opinion.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, I agree
I
with
don't
that.
know, like me.
Hopefully,
I'll
hopefully
make.
he goes up in your list. Hopefully. Now
I mean,
here's my prediction. If Kobe does well against Ball, Kobe he's top 30. I'm just gonna say that. If Kobe does well against Ball, he's top 30 material. So that means I guess Kid will leave the. I almost thought about adding Killer into the list. I almost thought about adding Killer because Killer he was in the rooftop, and I think that's that's
yeah, that's a pretty big achievement. Yeah.
yeah, that's a huge achievement because basically Beppo wasn't in the rooftop. It sucks that Sanji wasn't up there, but it's because Sanji was dealing with other stuff, so that's why Sanji
Yeah,
wasn't
plus
there.
Sanji isn't technically a supernova, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's also, damn, he got so close. He was so close to be a supernova, by
Yeah.
the time to Saboli, but like I think it would have been nice if Oda. I want to know what was Oda's thought process by not making Sanji a supernova, because if Sanji was a supernova, then every other crew will be like, damn, this guy he has 2 supernovas in his crew. Like, oh, that's insane. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But I guess okay. So to conclude the video, that's our list. If anyone's watching, well, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you liked it. I always say dislike if you don't, but now YouTube they removed the dislike. I guess you could still dislike it, but you will not see the dislike. Only I will see
I
the
mean,
dislike.
technically, if you download web extension.
Yeah, that's true. So like I always say, leave a like if you liked it, dislike if you don't. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, I guess, if you like this content. I'm gonna be making similar content like this in the future. There's just gonna be audio, me just talking about the chapters and all that. And I guess that's about it. I will leave your social. Do you want me to leave your socials in the link, in the description or in the video, whatever?
Who, mine?
Yeah, your socials.
Sure, leave my Twitter account, yeah.
Okay, so I will leave my friend's Twitter account in the video and also in the link description below. Same thing with mine. So this is me. This is my friend Leo. This is our list, and that's about it. So have a nice day, and I will see you next time.